Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
What up, though, people? Welcome to Wake Up Woodward. We're appreciative of you guys choosing to kick off the day with the crew. We got 4 to 5 here. Mr. Flannel Sam will be on Big D Energy today, so make sure you tap in there. He's been teasing all week.
Fireworks.
It's gonna be spicy.
Fireworks.
Yeah.
He had some Mexican food last night, and he's feeling spicy.
Spicy. We had spicy broad earlier this week too. It was epic.
You're getting it again later.
Ooh.
We got chin music coming up later, and I have some words. I have some words from Mr. Stephen A. Smith.
You got some beef.
I got some beef for sure.
Hey, let's rock.
And
man.
his co-host for not standing up for what he was talking about, but that will be in the second hour at Chin Music.
Spicy broder.
Yeah, but it's going to be a fun show today. So it's going to be friendly. It's going to be fun up until approximately 9:22-ish.
Is Matt Broder gonna have to smack him? Let me stop it.
Looks like it.
Maybe.
Shout out to the Elite Booth. We got Mr. KG, Detroit's #1 draft pick in the sound booth this morning. What up, though, brother?
What up, though, man? How y'all feeling?
Feeling great. Hey, I love the shirt too.
Hey,
Yeah.
Street Fighter, of course, man. Street Fighter 2, to be specific, the best Street Fighter ever made. So, yes,
I love you.
LFG.
Classic, man. Super Nintendo, I miss those days, man.
I know, right? Life was so
Good
simple.
old days. It was.
Oh, AOL dial-up modem.
Yep. Just blowing in tapes, pause.
Yeah, buying CDs.
Yeah, man.
Buying CDs.
Take
Goodness
me back.
gracious. I remember my grandfather gave me my first boombox, bro. I was up there recording everything on the cassette tape from the radio, bro.
Just holding on your shoulder.
Yeah, I felt bad though, man, because my godmother got me these kind of Christian tapes. I was like, you know what? If I record Eminem one of these, my mom will never find it.
You recorded over it? Religious tape is nuts, by the way. I just want you to know that.
Dog, it came in a whole set too. So, I used to have all the tapes in there. On one side, I would write who it actually is on there. On the other side, put face up in the case. Hey, man. And then one day I came home, my mom found them. The boys were all broke.
Damn.
I was like, no.
You just hear singing about God, and then Kim pops on it just randomly, like
my band.
Right.
These chicks don't even know the name of my band.
Oh, man.
my God.
Shout out to Woodward Sports MVP. It's Friday, boy.
We got
Diddy
one.
move. It's just a JBSMOOOOOV.
Yo, I can't believe you recorded over that, man. Why would you do that?
it's nasty work, Kool-Aid.
This is dirty. You know what? You're dirty. But you know who else is dirty? But I got to give credit to? Shout out to the cameraman at last night's Knicks game. He knew the assignment. In the critical moments.
Who's this?
Broder
I
has
have
perched
no
up,
idea.
you guys.
But in the critical moments of this Knicks game, he just went to this girl on the sideline.
Fish girl cleans up well.
I know, right? Shout out.
Just tiny fingers. Who is that?
I have no idea.
Broder with his pitcher mind. Like, she can't throw a curveball with those fingers.
Yeah, no way. You see Kelsey Plum launch that?
Yeah.
Launch that T-shirt into the top row, back row, whatever it's called, into the cheap seats.
It's baseball babies is what you have on the mind. Is that how you kind of look at the women? Is that how you, you know what? I can have some future baseball players.
That's just like a bonus. You know, that's just like the cherry on top. All right, we can play catch. Yes. Well, let's have a catch.
Let's rock, man.
Yes.
Hey, look, you want to tell the people we're going to be talking about today? You did, because you putting out there. You're advertising Spicy Broder.
Oh, yeah.
Let the people know what it is.
The spiciness is coming in the second hour. We're revisiting Chin Music. So it's if we got beef with something in the last week, or just want to call out, it's like a RIP Tuesday for Big D Energy, but it's our version here, Chin Music. In the first half of the show, though, we're starting off in the 8:15 segment with Would You Rather from KG.
Yes,
we're
sir.
just going to kick it
Love
off.
these segments.
We're going to be engaging with you, chat, all day long. We're going to be in the chat. We're going to be talking. We want you to be engaged, especially in these games like Would You Rather. I want to review the tier list, too, that Braylon and Anson and Maz, they put out on Armani and Edwards with Maz yesterday. A lot I liked about it, but I just want to get your guys' opinions on how this board was created and if you guys have any agreements or disagreements with it. I thought it was a pretty cool idea at this point in the spring.
A tier list of what?
of Detroit sports players. So they've got it in like superstar category, all-star, S, A, B, C. Do they have a D? I think so.
You know what? We're gonna have to use this to try and kick. We're gonna have to use
Kool-Aid?
We're gonna have to use this to kick off our King of Detroit bracket too. That would be pretty dope.
Yes.
That'd be dope.
We're gonna call in our consultant, Mr. Freddie Feld 313.
Hey,
we had some stuff cooked up for March Madness, and that month was insane.
So much work behind the scenes.
It is May 3rd. Tomorrow's May 4th. May the 4th be with you.
Yes.
Hey.
You know what else is tomorrow? A DCFC game.
Hey,
yeah,
think about it, man.
6-1.
Detroit City Football Club.
Let's just get around the city right quick. They have a game tomorrow. They're 6-1 on the season. Again, May 4th. They're playing at Luton United Football Club at 7 p.m. So you can catch Neil Rule on the call. Calls all the DCFC games. You can also watch it on Detroit 50 or CBS Detroit here locally. Hit up like CBS Detroit or CBS.com/Detroit. Go to CBS.com. You'll find it. Yeah. You can literally watch the entire DCFC game. It's awesome.
Really, really awesome thing that they did.
They're the most.
That's cool.
Even before this whole Bally mess, they're the most accessible sports team in the city.
In Detroit.
You can watch every single game of their season.
Yeah.
Right there.
I see the people saying, oh, Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, that? Sunday.
That's the 5th.
Yeah.
Oh, and the Kentucky Derby.
Oh, yeah, that's Saturday.
Ooh,
that's right.
Sure
one day we're gonna have to have boots on the ground at the Kentucky Derby.
Oh man,
I was there last year for the first time.
Stop,
man. Wow.
Yeah, it was a bachelor party. It was a blast.
Are we invited to that barbecue?
That's a flex, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Or is it a grill?
No, it was a grill. It was, if I'm picking up what you're stepping on, it was pretty Caucasian.
Yeah.
No,
but that's like on my bucket list, man. I came up. My parents used to bet at Hazel Park Raceway a lot, so I was always in there, man. That's my dream to get to the Kentucky Derby. Can you imagine me out there with the mint juleps, maybe a couple little J's with me? You know,
please bring the lambskin do-rag too. That gold one.
I got you. We'll go all out.
This has to happen 2025. We have to start planning this now. That is, I can picture the content coming out of that.
For our 1 year.
What was that?
For our 1 year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That'll be dope.
But I think it needs to like be specifically on KG.
Yes.
I need you in some colors.
Get KG to the Derby.
I need a smile out of you.
Oh, you ain't getting no smiles, though.
He's still all mean. You need, KG, you're going to own a horse one day.
I am.
Yeah.
I am.
What would you name it?
That's a good question.
Think about it for later. Actually, chat.
The real KG.
Oh, yeah. Let the chat name my horse, man.
Chat.
Let's see. We got to take it to the streets, man. Chat, what should be the name of my horse? It will be a black horse, by the way. So.
Oh, facts.
Yeah.
Do they call it a stallion?
We could call it a stallion.
Other name. Like,
but
what
not Megan.
What?
But not Megan.
Megan 2.0.
Not the.
Not
the
the
stallion, but
not
KG stallion.
Oh, y'all never told
MVP.
him. Y'all never told him about Cherokee's cheeks, man.
Oh,
that's today.
Yep.
That's today.
Y'all was wilding yesterday, man.
That's today. Give me a minute on.
Y'all see what happens when I step out for a day, man. Y'all just lose all control, man. Go ahead, though.
CK says Dark Knight.
You saw that? Yeah.
With capital K, capital
I like
G.
that.
I like that one.
A horse named Slickback says Mitten
Oh,
Maid.
I like that one.
Yes.
That's fire.
Yes.
Oh, Eric Allen. I'll let you guys read this on your own. Eric Allen's comment.
Wait.
Let it fly. No, but keep them coming.
Man.
This is absolutely.
I'll put it up here.
I like
How about
sides, bro. Darkness.
Darrell. It's like naming your fantasy football team Off in the Woods.
Oh, wow.
You know, because like you can never,
man.
or your, kickball, softball team.
Yeah.
People say Off in the Woods because you can never beat Off in the Woods.
What?
Like the team name, you know?
What? We got.
Well, it's a little
It is
inappropriate.
Friday, ladies and gentlemen.
It's one of those days. It's one of those days.
Oh,
There's another game,
man.
Kool-Aid. Do you want to tell them about what's happening at Ford Field on Cinco de Mayo?
Oh, Jake Bates Day.
Jake
Yeah.
Bates Day.
The Michigan Panthers. They are going to be playing May 5th versus the Arlington Renegades at Ford Field at 1 p.m. We get another opportunity to see future Detroit Lions kicker Jake Bates kick, like another 60-yarder?
60, 61, 64, maybe 69. Who knows? He's going to blast them. He's still on the market.
Bro, it's Friday, ain't it?
Yeah.
It is
I
definitely
love the Friday shows.
Yeah.
I love them.
It was a good day.
Yeah, hey, look, Tigers. They have two, in my opinion, very important series right around the corner. You got the Yankees starting today. You have the Guardians, followed by what I believe to be two very winnable series. Flannel say he wants to see them get through this thing at least 500. I think they have the opportunity to actually go out there and win both of these series.
They definitely can. I think 500 is just a good floor. Like if you can, if you can sneak out of there with at 500, you're good. You're good. But the goal is obviously to win the series. Especially Cleveland lost last night, so it inched Detroit, the Tigers, up a little bit closer. I think they're 2 games back of the Indians.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Guardians. The Guardians. The dumbest name in sports.
Yeah,
one of the dumbest names.
Can't stand it.
I keep saying Indians too, bro.
Right. That's what I picked.
This is what it is.
Actually, I don't know if this is going to turn out to be a good investment, but I went pretty hard on Francisco Lindor rookie cards.
Oh, nice.
Like the year they announced that the Indians were becoming the Guardians, when he'll be wearing like the jersey the last time that the Indians were ever on a jersey.
That's smart.
Whether, I understand why they changed the name and
Yeah.
There are a lot of other things at play, so maybe I won't joke about that. Guardians is a stupid name.
Yeah.
I'll joke about
it's
that.
horrible.
And the fact that they didn't get it copyrighted before the Cleveland like roller derby team. They had to announce the name of their team.
I remember that.
Yep, and then they realized, wait, you didn't get it approved yet?
Yeah, there's already like another squad in the city that had that name.
That's
A roller derby team. And they had the rights to the name. And I think got a couple million out of Cleveland.
Oh, most definitely.
Couple milli.
Hey.
Yeah. But the Tigers, you're right. This weekend they started with the Yankees. And I was just kind of looking at the preview. There's some good pitching matchups coming up.
Okay.
Like we got Reese Olson going tonight against Marcus Stroman.
Ooh.
Casey Mize going against Clark Schmidt. And again, Reese Olson, he's 0-4 on the season. I know not the best record, but he's got a 3.18 ERA.
Yeah, it hasn't been all his fault.
It's that offense. Man. It's the offense. But Marcus Stroman, 2-1, 3.69 ERA. Clark Schmidt, 2-1, 3.19 ERA. Casey Mize himself, 1-0 with the 3.08 ERA. But the one I'm really looking forward to, Sunday. Yeah. It's the Southpaw duel. It's Tarek Skubal.
Cy Young?
What?
I said Cy Young.
Cy Young? Elprin Sengun? The Houston Rocket?
Yeah.
Skubal.
Cy Young Skubal.
And Skubal's going to come up again in more detail in the Detroit Sports Tiers list, the Detroit Sports players. That's the one I disagree with the crew the most, but we'll get to that. But he goes up 4-0, 1.72 ERA, 41 Ks against Nestor Cortez, one of my favorite pitchers, although he is for the Yankees, 1-3, 3.86 ERA and 37 Ks. So 2 talented southpaws, Tigers versus Yankees. Let's get 2 out of 3 at least.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go.
At least.
At least.
How you feeling about this series, KG?
I mean, Broder said it perfect, man. And the Tigers, obviously, they can win against the Yankees. What they showed us against the Texas Rangers, who are the World Series champions, they can compete with anybody. It's just a matter of what offense are you going to get on said day. That is what it boils down to. The pitching will be there. I'm confident of that. And let's just hope we get some runs, man.
That's what it boils down to. I saw Ed O'Neill in there. He was saying, hey, look, man, no way. You're funny Kool-Aid. The Yankees clear. They do clear, until the Tigers go out there and continue to prove themselves. They definitely clear. If I had to go and bet on who's going to win that series, it would be the Yankees right now. But I do believe if the Tigers get any pulse as it relates to offense, they've given themselves a great chance all season so far to be able to win some games.
That's
Their
true.
pitching has been just, as Flannel would do, miraculous, stupendous, beautiful,
Dazzling.
wonderful, marvelous. It's been awesome. And if they continue to be what they've been and you get just a little bit of hitting, hey, they got a chance, man.
You guys are hilarious. They do have a chance. I'm not 100% sure I know what Dante151 is talking about, so let me know. But $4.99 super chat. He says, when are you going to bring up what happened at the Bucks-Pacers game? Yeah. Because what Patrick Beverly did was not acceptable at all. Is that coming up later?
That is coming up later in what's trending. I have a couple things from Pat Bev that we can go over, but
including like his response to. I did hear something he said to a reporter about his.
Yeah,
okay.
I got that too.
Pat Bev at it again.
Okay.
Did you already have that text?
Oh yeah, I already got that.
I thought so. So
Dante151, thank you. We're gonna address your super chat later in the show.
All right, look, I can't wait to get into this, man.
Yeah, KG's Wood is waiting.
Hey, yo.
I'm not getting into that. Oh, man.
Yup, it's Friday.
You got KG laughing on camera, bro.
I saw a smile.
Fast forward on a Friday, man. You already know what it is. Fridays are always the best, and I can tell you guys about something else that is the best. That is Premier Pet Supply.
Talk about
it's hands down Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences of all the big box and online retailers, with one major difference. They've been family and locally owned for over 30 plus years, 60 brands of food, nutrition experts to help you with same-day local curbside and home delivery. Premier Pet Supply, give your pet the best at www.premierpetsupply.com.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week, walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
What's good, man? How you doing? What you got for me today?
Let's have a look, man.
I see the one I want right there. That's the one I'm looking for.
Welcome to the winner's circle, Blake.
Hey.
Figer Law. All we do is win.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Hey, Brandon, what happens when you run a great business for over 50 years?
What, Matt?
You expand, you offer more products to more people. That's exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC. They still offer the same great service that their customers have come to know and trust, so don't worry. Just go find them on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile Road. Or you can check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today. Head to lesstanford.com. That's Les Stanford Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Thank you, Matt.
You're welcome.
We're driving right down Woodward. What up, dope people? Welcome back. It is Wake Up Woodward. We appreciate you guys for choosing to kick off the day with the crew. Chat family, you guys are the most important part of this platform. We appreciate it every single day. Thank you guys. Go ahead and smash that like button. Once you have, then encourage somebody else to do the same, especially for these great segments that we have. It's time for Would You Rather. Woodward, you rather.
Let's do it.
With KG.
After you ask your question, I want you to put that on the back screen because you deserve all that love, KG.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man. But y'all know what it is. The name of the game is Would You Rather. I present two questions, or I present a question with two scenarios, and you have to pick one and give a short explanation as to why. Everybody in the chat, y'all know what it is. Put your answers in there, and we will read them off. Are y'all ready?
I'm ready after I call out. Mitten made a horse's name, by the way.
Yeah.
Call the horse Martha's Ford.
Martha's Ford? That's not bad.
Yeah, like a Bronco, too. It's all works. Horse.
That's not bad. Whoever said Nate Icewood in the chat, I like that one, too.
Nate Icewood.
That is, I like that one, too. But
yes, would you rather? Sorry.
All right, let me get some music going here. All right, first question. Kool-Aid.
Uh-oh.
You know I'm coming for your Pistons, man.
Uh-oh.
Would you rather hire JJ Redick as your president of basketball ops, or draft a player in the first round of the NBA draft?
You know what? The only reason why this is easy is because this. No more Artellum clients, bro. I can't deal with it no more.
Is JJ Artellum?
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
Then all of a sudden the name starts getting articulated over to the Pistons organization.
That's why I put it in there.
That's what Doc and I were talking about yesterday.
What?
Bro, I'm telling you, just read between the lines. I've been telling y'all for months before anybody was really calling this stuff out.
Yeah.
No, bro. I'm taking the first round draft.
Damn.
And you know, I've been dead set against drafting anybody, but if we want a clean break, bro, no more Artellum clients.
You don't want a young man in the Weaver? Like the old man in the three? Sorry, that was not my best one.
What?
That was not my best one.
What?
Honestly, I would have probably said JJ Redick before learning of this. So I have to go with the first pick. We can't continue down this path.
Yeah, we
of
can't.
the Artellum, incestual signings.
Yeah.
Mid-May, we don't want no Tellum clients no more.
Right.
No more.
Yo, I was out on JJ Redick before the news even came out that he wanted to get ideas to coach somewhere. I'm just not a big fan of him. He's kind of really annoying to me as a personality, and I didn't really care for him back when he played in college or
course,
when
a
he
lot
was
of
in the
people
league either. So I guess I'm taking the draft pick on this one.
Damn, man. I thought this would be a little tougher than this, man. What the chat talk about?
It was tough. It's just this one caveat, man, that just makes me have to. It's almost like Flannel's pick.
Yes.
It's like, wait. Tellum's name is connected to this?
Yeah.
I like his career as an agent. I don't really know how much I like what he's done with the Pistons so far. So.
No,
It started in the chat. We got Ed O'Neill, JJ, Rake, JJ, JZJ, draft, Vincent Ellison, JJ, Dante, draft a player, Mitten May, draft a player, Corey Berry, or watch paint dry.
Noah M, draft, I guess.
I guess. CK, draft a player, Chuck Brewer, draft a player, and Brett Hendricks, the horse's name should be reporting eligible.
You see,
That's another one. I like that one a lot.
Randall
too.
Smalls, can we do neither?
Yeah. No, that's the thing about Would You Rather. You got to pick.
You got to pick one, and I would much rather do neither of these as well.
Exactly.
Besides the fact that he's an Arn Tellum client, like you said, that's the reason I asked this question. JJ Redick has never had an NBA job, and his first job would be to come fix the Detroit Pistons.
Nope.
I'm not buying it. I do like his basketball mind. I do think he's brilliant, but you got to start smaller. You got to start maybe as a scout, maybe as an assistant GM or something, and then work your way up. You can't just get a job like this with so much on the line, as a franchise. You can't do it, man.
And you know what? If they're going to go after a former player or somebody that's not with the organization, go with somebody who used to be. Go with Tayshaun Prince.
Yeah.
Go with Tayshaun Prince. He's done a great job in the front offices thus far. He's done a good job with Memphis Grizzlies as well. Go get Tayshaun Prince, man. That's just where I'm at. Bring him home.
Yes. All right, so question 2. Swinging it to the Tigers now. Would you rather send Colt Keith down to the minors or send Parker Meadows down to the minors? Now, before you answer that, I do have some stats. Parker Meadows, with a 100 batting average, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs on 7 hits. Then you have Colt Keith, a 160 batting average, 0 home runs, 6 RBIs on 15 hits.
This is a great question.
Who do you want to send down?
I would rather send down Parker Meadows.
Okay.
He's a far superior defensive player, which is his value. Right now, that's his only value up at the major league level.
Yeah.
But he's got to figure out how to get on base. Like, your speed on the base path doesn't really mean anything if you can't get on base. I do think Colt Keith is having a few more at-bats, having better at-bats. He looks like he's just trying to figure it. It looks like he's pressing, but I like what I see out of some of his at-bats. Yeah. It's just not really
He's got
working
15 hits. So.
Yeah, and a clutch double the other day.
Yeah.
The only thing where I'm like kind of hesitant because we got some solid replacements at second base. Or guys who can fill that spot while he's gone, but I'm going Parker Meadows.
Yeah, Parker Meadows. I believe in the potential of Colt Keith, like you said, Broder, it looks like. And we kind of said this to start the season in our preseason coverage as well, that I believe Colt Keith is going to need a little bit of time to figure out the offense, but once he does, it's going to be something that the Detroit Tigers are going to have to rely on.
Yeah.
JB.
Colt Keith is a lot richer than Parker Meadows.
Yeah, that's true. That is definitely true. JB.
I think I believe in Colt Keith a lot more, so I got to send down Parker Meadows. Sorry, I mean, I got love for both of them, but it's just, he's just the odd man out right now, so give me Meadows.
I feel you. What the chat look like?
Mate says Torque.
That wasn't an option.
I wanted to fit Torque in here somehow, but I just couldn't do it.
This was a better one. This was a more realistic one, although Torque has got to figure it out. Wheezy D 313 says Parker Meadows. Parker got to go, says Detroit Supremacy. Send down Meadows for Badu, even for just a week. That's Silky Johnson. And Silky Johnson also says, when should we expect Jace Young to be in the MLB? I think the Badu conversation, or who comes up, that may be a topic we revisit after Would You Rather.
Because I like Justin Henry Malloy better.
Yeah, and there's a lot of things that play like Badu. His trade value right now is higher if he's raking in AAA than if he comes up to the majors and struggles.
Yep.
Like, even for just a week. If he struggles, you see that he can only put it together in AAA. His trade value at the deadline, if we want to make a move, Badu's one of those guys who could have some suitors, but not if he comes up and struggles.
Yeah.
All right. So there we go. What do you think, KG?
So it's a sweep. It would definitely be Parker Meadows for me. Colt Keith has a better hitting upside, and then just considering what they paid him, and they paid him before the season started, it seems like they want him to take his lumps at the MLB level, and that just may be what it is. He's just got to battle through it, man. But hopefully he'll get better. He'll get more adjusted as the year goes on to MLB pitching, and hopefully he'll be better at the plate.
100%.
Yeah.
100p.
All right. So the next question. I had to do one for my Red Wings people out there, man. So
let's go.
For all my Red Wings people in the chat, this one for you.
I see Rake in there as well.
Shout out. Would you rather sign Steven Stamkos and keep Derek Lalonde as your coach, or re-sign Patrick Kane with Sergei Fedorov as your new coach?
Wow. Wow. So repeat that one more time for the people in the back.
Would you rather sign Steven Stamkos and keep Derek Lalonde as your coach, or re-sign Patrick Kane with Sergei Fedorov as your new coach?
Maybe you want to take this first? Otherwise, I'll take it.
Kane.
Goodness gracious.
You're going Kane.
Kane and Fedorov.
Like, what tips the balance for you? Is it Kane or is it Fedorov?
I think it's Fedorov for me.
Yeah.
It has to be Fedorov for me. I'm not a huge fan of Patrick Kane, but I mean, when he came into this Red Wings organization, he did put out a splash, but I think it's Fedorov for me. The coaching just needs to improve, so that's where I'm leaning.
I feel like Stamkos, though, man. Can he push the Detroit Red Wings kind of into a different tier?
That's what it seems like.
I think so. He's younger.
Man,
I think he's 3 or 4 years younger.
Yeah, he's 35. Yeah,
he's 35.
Yeah,
which is old.
Well, I mean, not in hockey terms. I mean, well, a little bit old, but he can still go. Like he's still
Stamkos?
He's still contributing at a high level.
Did he used to play without face masks back in the day, or when they didn't wear helmets?
I can't remember.
No, he didn't. He is younger. I think he has maybe more good hockey in front of him. I'm not going to go into much detail.
We don't have to.
Part of why I'm going at Stephen A. Smith later in the show. The dude's never freaking played baseball. I haven't played hockey. I don't know. I just feel like a younger Steven Stamkos and Derek Lalonde would be better than Patrick Kane, Sergei Fedorov. You're not going to get much analysis out of me on that.
Yeah,
that is
my
all
option.
good.
Yeah, Stamkos,
that is perfect, man.
Lalonde, and put Fedorov's jersey in the rafters at the very least.
Yeah. Which one did you pick? You picked
Stamkos.
Stamkos?
Yep.
All right, what the chat saying?
Paul Thomas says neither.
Damn.
Oh, that might have been for the last question. Shane D says Stamkos, Silky Johnson, Stamkos. Denver Blair says Patrick Kane and Fedorov. Stamkos and Lalonde, CK. Broder knows, Nate Edgington.
Mitten Maid,
Kane with Sergey, Vincent E, Seth Floyd, Stamkos. What Mitten Maid say?
I can't read that one, dog.
Am I going to be able to?
I'll put it up for you.
He just put it up. He put it up on the screen, dog.
Full season of Kane sounds like a Tom Gores biography.
Oh, I get it.
I'm missing something.
Oh, a full season of Kane sounds like a Tom Gores biography.
Oh,
think Rick James.
The Kane train, as Freddie Gibbs would say.
Like Rick James.
Yeah.
He got it. He got it.
Oh, man. That is funny.
What about you?
Oh my gosh.
I think I would go Stamkos and Lalonde as well. Although I don't like Lalonde's attitude and kind of how he handled the playoff push for the Red Wings this year. I think you're better off with him. The team has improved under him. We got to be real. Like, the team has improved with him as coach. And I think if you ask Steven Stamkos, he's somebody that can put you over the top to where you're not just trying to get in the playoffs. You're maybe trying to win a series or two.
Yeah.
So that would give us some mad firepower. I'm going Stamkos.
Chase Amley shared with us, and he knows hockey much more than I do. Stamkos just scored 40 goals, had over 40 assists too. He had a 100-point season 2 years ago. So he's still playing some of his best hockey. I'll double down on that. I'm going Stamkos.
Damn.
How about you read this next question before we answer? We go to break, we come back and answer it.
Oh, perfect, because the rest are Lions questions. You know we got to get into the Lions, man. So, would you rather Would you rather Terry and Arnold and Anise Rakestraw combine for 5 INTs this coming season? Or would you rather, what's his name? Marcus Davenport and James Houston combine for 6 sacks?
Wow. Wow.
Yep.
Those are some high numbers.
Arnold and Rakestraw to combine for 5 picks, or Davenport and Houston to combine for 6 sacks?
Great question. Keep thinking about that, Kool-Aid, while I tell them about Dispo and how high those numbers are getting. I would prefer both. but we're going to have to pick. You can also go visit Dispo Dispensary today for deals that are too good
Elite
to miss.
transition.
Meet a team that curates an unbelievable atmosphere and shopping experience. You can try their freshest inventory, which they have from Michigan's largest variety of products. So come through their stores or even order on Dispo Dash today. That's Dispo Dispensary, disposhops.com, your local cannabis plug.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
And with the first pick in the 2024 Media Draft, Detroit selects Woodward Sports. Thank you for making us the #1 digital network in Detroit.
Planet Fitness, it's the home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness goals. I love Planet Fitness. I belong there. I got a black card. They have some amazing amenities. I usually start my workout. Before I start my workout, I go to the hydro massage bed and let the water just continue to loosen up my back and my hamstrings. It's amazing. You can go there. One of my other favorite things is the squeaky clean gym. Like, literally, there are guys and girls cleaning it at all times. That's what I value in a gym. Like Neil says, not a rock wall. I value the cleanliness and the amenities and all of the machines that I could ever ask for. They got free weights. They have it all. You can get your membership for just $10 a month, no commitment. So no matter where you are, there's a Planet Fitness close by. That's more than 50 in Metro Detroit and thousands more throughout the world. So head to Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Essential.
What up, though, people? Welcome back to Wake Up Woodward. We appreciate you guys for choosing to kick off the day with the crew. We got 4 to 5 here. Mr. Flannel Sam will be on Big D Energy today from 11 to 1. Make sure you tap in with them as well as all the rest of the shows. We appreciate you guys for staying tapped in. Smash that like button once you do. Encourage somebody else to do the same. Right now, we're in the middle of one of our legendary segments, Would You Rather with Mr. KG.
Yes, sir. And I will represent the question that we had before break.
Please.
Would you rather Arnold and Rakestraw combine for 5 interceptions this coming season, or Marcus Davenport and James Houston to combine for 6 sacks this coming season?
I'm going to read some of the chat first.
Yeah, go ahead,
give you a little more time to think, even though we were just thinking during the break. Ed O'Neill says Arnold and Rakestraw. Chase Amley goes sacks. Phil wants both.
Okay.
Yeah, can I have
Unfortunately,
both?
you got to pick, Phil. You got to pick it in this game. Brad Hendricks says interceptions all day. Mitten Mate says sacks. The poll just popped up in front of the chat. There we go. 6 sacks, Rake. Shoot, I'm having trouble following these. I'll read some more after, but what do you think, Kool-Aid?
I believe if our rookies are combining for 5 or 6 interceptions, you said 5 interceptions, right?
Yeah.
I believe if they're combining for 5 interceptions, then our D-line is absolutely wrecking. No matter what James Houston and Davenport do.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the interceptions.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm going with the sacks.
Okay.
I'm going like 2 guys combined for 6 sacks, opposite Aiden Hutchinson with the addition of Reeder. We think Ali McNeil's going to take another jump. Honestly, I would love 6 sacks out of both of those guys.
Yeah,
I don't think that's too much to ask.
I don't think so either.
We saw 8 in 8 games for Houston.
Yeah.
Davenport has that in him if he's healthy. So I'm definitely going sacks, and that will lead to interceptions.
Ooh,
How about that?
I like it. JB.
Give me both of them.
Both of them.
Both of them. But no, I'm not going to put too much pressure on the rookies right now, even though I know they're geared up and ready to go. And I would love to see them get 5 interceptions combined. But I think I got to lean with the sacks on this one. I think if we have that top 5 defense that we're all thinking that this team will be, those sacks are obviously going to come and you would hope the majority of them would be from Aiden, but if Houston and Davenport can help out as well too, I think that's a plus. So give me the sacks on this.
We got some good answers, like in terms of 4 interceptions. It's hard to argue with. I will take the turnovers all day long, says Justin Rogers.
That's true. But
Eric Allen says, give me the turnovers. Chuck E. Cheese, interceptions for sure. That's turnovers. Super Juggernaut, 87. Interceptions are turnovers. Sacks aren't.
That's true. They could lead to turnovers, though. You never know.
It's the point. Chuck E. Cheese got to do the turnovers, fellas.
But if it were me, I would have to go Arnold and Rakestraw to combine for 5 picks. And much like Kool-Aid's point, if they're doing that, then I feel like the D-line is balling regardless of who has the sacks. But and you just look at what they did to this corner room, man. I'm really excited for these young rookies because they finally fit the archetype of what I feel AG's defense needs, the man coverage corner that we've been seeking for so long.
That's a good call.
They fit that archetype. So I feel like they got ball skills. They might be able to go out and get 5 combined. So
I wonder, maybe a question for a future segment or something. I'm thinking Brian Branch and Enos Rakestraw, like, do you think they'll have more sacks or interceptions on the year?
Ooh, that's a good question. They are going to blitz the safe. Yeah.
They're going to blitz those guys a ton. I'm going to mark that down maybe for a later day. Think about that one.
That's a good one.
All right, what's next?
All right, so the next question, and it's funny, that last question plays off of this one. Would you rather the Lions have a dominant pass rush or a dominant secondary?
Wow. I'm going dominant pass rush. I got it if I just said what I just said.
Yeah?
I think that's the way the NFL is trending. Well, a dominant secondary means a dominant secondary, but I think a dominant pass rush will lead to at least a good a strong secondary, a better Lions secondary than last year. Getting pressure on the quarterback, making the other team make plays, scramble to make plays off script. I think you want to do that as much as possible, especially with guys like Jordan Love, JJ McCarthy / Sam Darnold, and Caleb Williams in the league. We want to make it as confusing, as chaotic as possible, and then have them throw it to the secondary for interception. So I'm going with dominant pass rush.
That's not bad. I also like this question because I feel like the Lions will have one of these this year.
Ooh, I like that.
It will be one or the other, but they will have one of these this year.
The Lions have been so good that they actually might be able to pick both here with Woodward, you rather. They've been just kind of breaking all the rules.
They have,
man. But me personally, dominant pass rush. I like what they're doing as it relates to trying to become elite on both sides of the ball as it relates to in the trenches. They've already gotten there with the offensive line. They could be there with the defensive line. And if they do that, I believe that this will definitely help out the secondary, as well as my favorite position group on the defense, those linebackers.
You love your linebackers.
I love my linebackers.
You do. JB.
Keeping up with my answer from the previous question, I gotta go pass rush as well too. I believe that secondary will be dominant as well too, but they're gonna have to hold their own, and I definitely think they will be. But pass rush is definitely where it's at for me.
All right, what the chat saying?
Denver Blair, this was from before. The sacks has to be sack fumbles. CK, the pass rush, dominant pass rush. John Henry doubles down, pass rush. Mitten made as well, pass rush. Ed O'Neill says secondary, LOB lob all day. Denver Blair, a dominant secondary. We already have a dominant D-line. Do we have a dominant D-line? I think it was a dominant run defense.
Exactly, run defense, but it's yet to be seen whether they're all overall dominant defensive line.
Yeah, I get what you're saying there, Denver Blair. I'm not ready to agree quite yet. Vincent Ellison, pass rush.
Not bad. And I will go pass rush as well. Now, of course, I want the interceptions, but if you're asking me what I would prefer, I would prefer it be the pass rush, because the less time a quarterback has, the better for our defense regardless. It could come up as sack fumbles, interceptions, any kind of turnover or drive stopper. I would much rather it come from the pass rush. And I'm looking forward to what DJ Reader can provide in terms of Aiden Hutchinson.
Yes.
He is great right now. He is great. But I need him to get to elite status. And with a DJ Reader in the middle, eating up 2 people paws, I feel like that will open a lot of stuff for Aiden to finally get home and get the sacks that we know he can get. We know he can get them.
When we get a little closer to the season or a little closer to training camp and we start picking our breakout players and stuff, this is probably this is a fail of a tease, but I think Aiden Hutchinson should be in that conversation of players were looking to break out.
Yeah, seriously.
I thought he had a great year last year. I know the sack numbers throughout the year weren't there. They ended up strong. We know
Flannel
Sam will defend Aiden Hutchinson like he did the other day against Neal. But I think he's got another level. Like breaking out to me is taking that extra step forward. I think Aiden Hutchinson go from 11.5 sacks. If he goes to 16, 17, 18 sacks and turns into truly one of the best one of the best, edge rushers in the game. That's a breakout to me.
Exactly. And this is what we were saying on Big D the other day, that people took that clip and kind of blew it out of proportion. We were saying Aiden is great now, but he does have another level like you're alluding to. And like I told Flannel, to me this year, my floor for him is 14 sacks. That's the floor. That's the floor. That's what I expect of him this year. So we'll see how it goes, man.
Yes.
But this
the
next
pressures
question,
are there, though.
You said what?
I was going to say the pressures are there. QB pressures, it's just the sacks he needs to work on. I think he needs another move or something like that to actually get to the quarterback.
Yes.
But that's just me.
He gets in the backfield. It's just about making sure you get that sack, man. So,
he lives
you
in
know
the
what?
back.
That's important across the entire defensive line, because as the season went on, we saw them get pressures, and there were big plays in which it's like, oh, that's a sack. But then all of a sudden, our defender just kind of bounces off of them. Then the quarterback makes a run, and it's just game over. And with some of these even more mobile quarterbacks we played, we saw that. It's like, bro, get the tackle, wrap up, bring the quarterback down. I forget the game, I forget the play, but they had an opportunity to get a safety even. And
the Dallas game.
It was the Dallas game.
The Derek Barnes.
Derek Barnes, man, and it just looked like, bro, do you not you think you're playing flag football or something? He just kind of ran into him with his shoulder. So it's like, look, the pressures to a point, they will tell you if your defensive line is getting in that backfield, but obviously the sacks, that's the number that shows that they're actually doing something when they get back there.
Big facts.
Just a fan, QB pressures are useless unless they deal to a negative play. That's making it turn into something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like pressures, I don't think it's a useless stat, but sacks are what matters. So that's all. But this next question, I feel like this will be a bit of a a bit of a barn burner, but we'll see.
It's probably about Jared Goff.
It is not.
Oh, okay.
Would you rather open the season on the road versus the 49ers or open the season at home versus the Rams?
Open the season at home versus the Rams.
Okay.
I think it'd be awesome to go to San Francisco and have a rematch of that game. But do you want to?
No, the reason I asked this question, because there's a lot of people that's still salty from this NFC Championship game. Maybe you want your revenge in week 1.
That's a good storyline. I'm going with another round 2 of Matthew Stafford and the Rams in Detroit.
Okay.
The storyline is going to be there again with all the stuff that's happened after that game in this offseason. So I can't wait till that revenge game versus the 49ers, but I'm picking the Rams to open the season.
Sunday Night Football, baby. That's probably what it would be if they do the Rams and Lions. But Kool-Aid.
Look, man, I want the Lions to beat the brakes off the 49ers. I really do. But I'm going to go with the Rams. Start at home, be in the spotlight, get to the playoffs, and then beat the brakes off the 49ers. That's exactly what I want, man. Whether we win or lose to them in the regular season, get to the playoffs, prove to them that you're the better team when all the chips on the table.
Yeah.
So right now, for me, I like the storyline that Matt's talking about as well. With another Matt, Mr. Matthew Stafford coming to town.
Who's been in
Stafford,
the news lately?
That's what I'm saying. They've been talking. They've been making sure that this next matchup against the Rams is going to be headline news again. Let me go with the Rams.
That's facts. JB.
I'm going to say this revenge is sweet at the end. So give me the 49ers to end off the season, to open it up, home versus the Rams. Get this whole parade for Matthew Stafford and tribute video out the way.
Get it over with early.
Get it over with early so we don't have to deal with it. And then we can just move on for the rest of the season with the Lions winning. So give me the Rams at home.
I was hoping this wouldn't be as lopsided as it is, but what the chat's saying?
It's a lot of home versus Rams I'm seeing. Eric Allen corrected me. Technically, it's round 3. We played them in Matthew Stafford's very first season in LA. That is true. Tim G does say the 49ers. Aiden Dunphy says the 49ers. Xavier D, home for sure. Detroit Arrow, road versus Niners. George Eagle. Actually, the more I scroll up, there's a lot on the road versus the 49ers.
Yeah, there is.
Maybe it's that because they lost to the 49ers, going back there and getting the revenge, versus we beat the Rams last year, a little less. Like, I wonder if we lost last year, if the Rams would be an overwhelming favorite here.
Big Head Chris, 49ers. Let's beat the so-called best team in the NFC first.
Yep. The 49ers game would be the first Monday Night Football game. I'm predicting that too. If that is the opener, that would be the first Monday Nighter of the year.
Wow.
What better one? The NFC Championship rematch.
Without a doubt.
Let's go.
So I'm taking the Niners, man. I want to see them immediately. I want my lick back. No, it's just real, and I want to see where I respect it. I want to see where we're at as a team. A lot of people last year thought that the Lions were ready for the Chiefs, and they proved to be. I don't care who played or didn't play. The Lions won the game. I think that if we go against the 49ers, get it out the way, we can kind of measure up where we're at. We're probably going to see the 49ers again in the playoffs. I think that's a perfect way to get a gauge. Okay, this is where the 49ers are at. Then at the end of the year, we have the tools to be able to beat them. So
yeah,
let's get it out the way, man. Go on the road, get it out the way, then come back home and beat up on Stafford. How about that?
That's fair.
That's fair too.
I love it.
All right. So I have one last question here.
Perfect.
Would you rather Brad Holmes target a wide receiver or an edge rusher for a post-June 1st signing?
Wow. I would probably rather them target an edge rusher. It's just tough because those two positions, I think, are now maybe the two of the positions that are going to be most available at a trade deadline.
Yeah.
Not that Brad Holmes has proved he's going to go make a big splash at the trade deadline, but those are the positions that do become available due to how much they get paid, or they're going to get paid a lot in their next contract, so the team's got to unload and trying to get some capital. But the wide receiver room could use another piece for some depth.
It's already some premier receivers out there.
Yeah, there are. It's already a pretty deep room. I think just because of the question marks I have with Davenport and James Houston, I'm going to go edge rusher in terms of a post-June 1st, pre-2024 season signing.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the edge as well. I believe that what the Lions did last year on offense with the wide receivers they have in that wide receiver room, it's not much different this year. I believe that they're gonna be okay. If you add a little bit more to that defensive line mix, try and get it to that elite status, that's kind of what I'm for right now, man. You bring that defense up a level to kind of match to any degree what the offense is doing. Yeah, let's get that edge.
JB.
Oh, it's definitely edge for me as well too. I think I know, right? Surprise. But I think the receiver room that we have right now is decent. It's still pretty good. I know we will all love one extra piece, but I think Amon-Ra is going to do a lot of that work. And if you add in Gibbs and Sam Laporta too, I mean, you don't need a lot. But the edge rusher, I think definitely that's something we need to improve on, and something I would have looked for in the draft. We need to go that direction. It's all good though. We'll figure it out.
Saul, we're good. Eric Allen, edge. Cy Gray, edge, edge, edge. Todd saying edge for me. Detroit Arrow, edge. CK, edge. China Virus, edge. Aiden Dunphy, edge. Xavier D, not just a receiver, an X receiver.
Yeah.
An X. Okay. So I think Xavier D's in the camp of, I just want a tall wide receiver.
And players ask, can someone explain to me what will happen if St. Brown has to miss a game?
One game, they're okay.
Yeah.
We don't want them to miss any game, but one game, they're fine. You just start spreading that ball around a little bit more.
Yeah.
Maybe Sam Laporta becomes that primary target, the number one receiver. Or Donovan Peoples-Jones becomes that number one receiver that day or that game if he misses.
Yeah.
I think Jamison Williams will always be not your traditional number two, but the number two target / weapon. Like not a one who Amon-Ra's gone, so he's going to get 12 targets. Like he'll get his 7 or 8 as if Amon-Ra were playing, but you're going to rely on Laporta, on Donovan Peoples-Jones, on Khalif Raymond getting more targets that game. Maybe Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yep.
Maybe, Sione Vaki.
I was going to put this up there.
There you go. Hey, Vaki in the slot.
And don't forget about Antoine Green.
Hey, and
he won't be the number one.
Some of y'all in the chat is lying too, by the way, because a lot of y'all wanted a wide receiver before the draft. So I know some of y'all in there lying.
I did.
But
I wanted the right wide receiver.
Lad McConkey. That's who you want.
Or Roman Wilson or I wanted Isaiah Washington, the undrafted free agent, that type of receiver versus a traditional X.
Yeah, that's true.
I want a mismatch, not just because of their height.
I feel you. But if it were me, of course, I would have to go edge rusher. One, because I just do not trust Marcus Davenport. I got to see it first. I got to see him play more than 10 games in order to really be on the Marcus Davenport train. However, there's a lot of, like JB said, the wide receiver room is good right now. And I think a lot of people are forgetting about Khalif Raymond as well. Yeah. He's going to come back. He played a role last year. He made a lot of big catches. He's going to do the same this year. And if you add another wide receiver into this room, you're going to be taking targets away from somebody. And I think the goal was this year, you want to see J-Mo get more targets. You want to maybe get DPJ more involved in the offense, get him some targets. So,
hell yeah.
I think that you might just be good as is at receiver. If you want to go post June 1st, maybe get a premier edge rusher, I think that'll put the Lions defense over the top and ready for a Super Bowl.
Yeah, before we get to break, there's some great comments in here I got to bring up again. China, Chin, AAA virus, DPJ will have an 800-yard season. Whew.
I mean,
like that.
Before.
That's
at the same position.
I'm not saying that's outrageous. I'm saying I like that thought. Yeah, I like it.
He's done it.
Ed O'Neill, J-Mo is Robin. Todd saying y'all need to watch for Antoine Green's development. Detroit Arrow, J-Mo Saint, DPJ Lagoda. We good until proven otherwise. Two more real quick. Big Dan Davis. I see J-Mo as more of a role player, Swiss Army knife, gadget guy, and I'm good with it. I agree. I think maybe a step above role player.
I think he's a little better than
that,
but
like 7 to 9 targets, 6 to 9 targets, regardless of if St. Brown's there or not. Just someone, you got to get the ball in his hands any way you can. We're calling for it. We were calling for it last year. Now we want to see it.
Damn right.
Reverses out the backfield,
yes.
slot.
Yes. Last one, Cy Gray. You can scheme offense. Edge rush generally is because you have elite players off the edge. So
that is true.
Go pay your edge rusher. You're paying Ben Johnson to scheme up Khalif Raymond and DPJ and J-Mo to get open in that scenario.
And he has an entire offseason to be able to prepare for it.
There's a fly.
Mr. Matthew Broder.
No, I saw the fly. You good.
Yeah.
But that
Spicy
would conclude Would You Rather today.
Hey, great
Good
job,
Nice.
man.
Nicely done.
Thank you, man. Chef's kiss.
Fantastic wood.
Wow.
You rather. Fantastic would you rather segment.
You got to put the would you rather.
100%.
All right. Just making sure you know.
Oh, man. Well, look, y'all already know you can get the best segments right here on Wake Up Woodward and the best Detroit sports shows right here at Woodward Sports Network. 8 to 10 a.m. every day, Monday through Friday. Wake Up with Wake Up Woodward. We appreciate you guys for supporting the crew. But after us, it's Big D Energy from 11 to 1, hosted by 4-time Stanley Cup champion winner and the guardian, the defender of Detroit, Mr. Darren McCarty, alongside the golden voice, that is Neil Rule. Mr. Elite, our president, we salute thee, man. Then from 2 to 4, Monday through Friday, you got Monty and Edwards with Maz. That's Braylon Edwards, University of Michigan, great former NFL wide receiver. And you got the king of Detroit media, Mr. Ryan Armani, and then the lovable Tom Mazaway. Shout out to the radio days. After that, you got the big fellas, the Woodward heavyweights from 5 to 7 p.m. It's going to be big interviews, big breakdowns, big laughs. That's the Woodward heavyweights. Thank you guys for making Woodward Sports the #1 digital sports outlet. We appreciate you guys greatly.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy? It's Planet Fitness. Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Buying your first Feldman Chevrolet is much more than buying the car that will get you from point A to point B. It's a place for first memories, some big, some small. As she grows, you're not just buying her a Chevy, you're buying into a Feldman family. With more than 700,000 vehicles sold, from generation to generation, Feldman just keeps rolling.
The most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
Hey, you guys, the new glorious ice water bubble hash pre-roll now has diamonds in it, everybody. Look, they are constantly pushing to create the best cannabis experience just for you. The perfect boost comes from the added touch of pure THC diamond dust, allowing flowers with only the highest terps, making them best even better. Glorious Cannabis. Check them out at your local retailer today, or you can always go to gloriouscanna.com.
The Detroit Lions to football's World Championship.
The Barry Sanders Show. Is caught. Amon Ross St. Brown. First down. That's going to do it.
Oh,
Detroit, stand up. You've waited for this.
Hey, Rook. My name is Chris Spielman. It's an honor to have this opportunity to deliver this message to you. Bringing a championship to Detroit has always been my vision.
What's up, rookie? I got one question. What kind of teammate are you going to be?
Welcome to the team, my friend.
I'm going to be the best teammate I could be. I'm going to be unselfish. I'm going to put it all on the line for my teammates, night in, night out, day in, day out. And I'm going to go in there and be the best leader I can be.
Oh, yeah.
10 seconds.
Oh, yeah. Okay, then. Look at the future.
Let's go, man. I'm pumped up. I'm fired up. How do we get speeches like that, man? I need someone to talk to me like that.
How cool was that? Like,
let's go.
Every new video I see of Terry Arnold and him reacting to becoming a Lion and the stuff they're doing for him. Like, you can't, no offense, KG, you can't not have a smile on your face.
Yeah, it's hard.
You know, like
he making it real hard, man.
He is.
Let's go.
He's got a great smile too. Like when Terry Arnold's happy, you know it.
Yeah,
you know it.
Let's go.
He got that dog in him though. He be talking on the low.
Oh, true.
Like, I love his attitude.
That's actually what I've learned the most out of him in this last week. Especially after he got, it was like right after he got drafted when he took the mic.
Mm-hmm.
Up until then, his answers were they were great press conference answers. Like you can tell he's been coached up by a PR team.
Media trained.
Nick Saban prepared him, and he's just a good kid, so he's gonna say the right things anyway. We start to see some of that swag and some of that confidence come out. I am a number one. I'm gonna be a lockdown corner, like Carlton Davis type stuff.
Yeah,
I like that side of him.
I like the combination.
Yes, you gotta have that type of confidence. Yeah, man, I can't wait to see these guys out on the field. It's gonna be epic.
What are they
big
gonna
chain
do?
energy right now, man. Big chain energy right now. The Detroit Lions, their organization is just doing everything different from the top to the bottom, and they finally have put in a lot of investment into this Detroit Lions secondary. A lot through free agency, through the draft, through developing some of their players. They have done a lot, man, to address this stuff. And hey, I think the question on everybody's mind with the secondary is, who's going to be starting?
Yeah, like what are they going to do?
What is the rotation?
It's a really interesting conversation because you're like, how soon do the rookies play? Who is Brian Branch going to be primarily a nickel, or is he going to be moved to safety?
Yeah.
If he's moved to safety, if he come off the bench, does Kirby come off the bench? Like, what do you do with all these players, and for how long until Terrion or Enos Rakestraw is ready, or are they going to be ready and earn the job? KG, what are you thinking?
Also, don't forget about Emmanuel Mosley. That's going to come back mid-season. This is a loaded room. Pause. This is a very loaded room, man. And this was my question. Like I said, I love the Rakestraw pick, but when the pick was made and he doubled down, I'm like, okay, well, where does Rakestraw fit into all this?
Right.
Because you do have Amik Robertson, you do have Carlton Davis, and then you would assume Terrion is going to be CB2 just based off her draft position. So what happens here? I have questions too.
It's tricky. I without getting too much X and O's of football, I can see him playing a lot of dime formation where they have, six secondary players out there. The value of these players that they've drafted, that they've signed, they're all pretty versatile.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe Carlton Davis is your least versatile because he's just played outside cornerback in Tampa, but he's talented enough and he's athletic enough. You could play Amik Robertson at safety. You could play Enos Rakestraw out of the slot. I think if we're going to go with for the sake of this argument, like a traditional 2 cornerbacks, a nickel, and 2 safeties, I think it probably starts the season. Carlton Davis and Amik Robertson on the outside.
Okay.
Ryan Branch in the nickel, and then Kirby and Iffy at safety.
Amik, I know he can play outside, and a lot of people have said that, but there is a size issue there. He's on the smaller side. So,
and this is where so now we take a next step. Does Terrion Arnold, whether it's game 1 or early in the season, does he earn that starting job? where I think it would be Carlton Davis on the outside, Terrion Arnold on the outside. Then, do you move Amik to the slot and Brian Branch to safety?
Ooh.
If you do that, which safety? Who's coming off the bench, Kirby or Iffy?
That's true.
What do you think?
It would maybe be Kirby, just based off of what Iffy did toward the end of last
Kirby
year.
coming off the bench, right?
Yeah, and they had Kirby coming off the bench last year anyway. So yeah, I just think off what he did last year in that stretch, man, he really proved to be a valuable asset, especially when blitzing. So I feel like if he was starting, maybe Kirby comes off the bench.
Yo, what a problem to have.
Yeah.
Brad Holmes, you mad genius.
These are good problems to have.
No, it is a good problem. But when you start factoring in the psychology and the mental side of having to sit Kirby or Iffy, or Brian Branch, but I think, do we all agree that that's probably not going to happen? Like, we need him out on the field as much as possible.
Definitely.
I do believe, just looking at this point in time, it would be Kirby coming off the bench. The upside, the things we saw out of Iffy, both in coverage and attacking the quarterback when he got time last year, was incredible. And Kirby, it's not like he had the best year in coverage, but if we want to talk about why Kirby might stay in there with an improved defensive line, his ball hawking skills, like his ability to play center field, I think is the best in the secondary, and makes up for some of those coverage issues. It makes sense to have him in there if you're getting pressure on the quarterback and you're forcing these young quarterbacks to throw it up and let a center fielder go get it. So I don't know, man. I like the idea of playing dime where you got 6 out there. You can go Terrion on the outside, Carlton Davis on the outside, Amik and Enos Rakestraw on the inside whenever Enos earns a starting spot or playing time. And then you got to figure out about Branch, Kirby, and Iffy. But you can also keep Branch at the nickel. Or he could play cornerback. I don't know. The fact that they're this versatile is crazy. It's a great argument, but they can do whatever they want. Aaron Glenn can do whatever he wants.
And honestly, I feel like it's going to be a little bit of everything. I think we're going to see it all. It's going to be a rotation. That's why they value versatility so much on this Lions team, so they can do stuff like this. I think some games we'll see Amik on the outside. Some games we'll see Terrion on the outside. Some games we may see Rakestraw on the outside.
Right.
Of course, they're going to mix it up at the nickel. With Brian Branch having such a good year last year at the nickel, he's a valuable asset there. But you can also play Amik there. It's so many options that I think it'll be like on a game plan basis, depending on who we play. They'll roll out the best matchup. But I think we're going to see a little bit of everything, brother.
Yeah, Vincent E., isn't it great? Our biggest problem is who we're going to start. Yes.
Yep.
I think the second unit will be better than the first unit last year.
Yeah,
which is
absolutely
wild. Charles Palmer, rotations, nickels, dimes, just move them all around. Arnold might steal a starting spot in training camp, says Detroit Arrow. Ed O'Neill, Amik may split time with Davis. We're hoping Arnold takes a job preseason. AJ Blair, I saw one more. It was Ed O'Neill. Our corner matchups should be based on what teams we are playing, to be honest. And they have that ability.
That's a good whoever brought up that Amik might split time with Carlton Davis. That is a very, very good answer, because we know Carlton Davis does have a bit of injury bug that he's been dealing with over the past few years. And Amik is somebody that has played 17 games, I think, the last 2 seasons. So he's proven to be a reliable, at least health-wise, he's proven to be reliable. So I think Brad Holmes may have been accounting for injury with some of these picks.
You might be right.
I'm thinking injury as well as opening up that defensive playbook a little bit more too.
Yeah.
When you look at the types of schemes they'll be able to run with some of the versatile secondary pieces they have, that to me is where my ears kind of perk up. Last year, we saw the Detroit Lions through Aaron Glenn have to scheme to get the best out of what they had.
Right.
This year, you have an embarrassment of riches, cornerbacks and secondary players, safeties that can kind of really play all over the place. Some of them have been more pigeonholed into certain specific positions, like Carlton Davis on the outside, if he as a safety. But when you have players like Brian Branch that you can move all around, think about what that does for being able to change up a play on the fly. Like if there's a squad that says, okay, they got this secondary look out there, less audible to this offensive play. It's like you have these types of versatile defensive backs where you can say, you know what? Hey, let's switch up the play.
Yeah.
Let's switch up the play. Switch up the formation. That, to me, makes me very, very ecstatic, because now we're going to get a clear look, in my opinion, at who the real Aaron Glenn is this year, especially as it relates to designing these plays. I liked what he did to get the best out of the secondary last year.
Yeah.
About halfway through the season, he made some unique changes that I think really took advantage of the speed they had and the physicality of their secondary to the point that other teams were crying. Now you got some ball hawks. Now you got some heavy hitters. Now you got some guys that can run the routes for the wide receivers. It's going to be a fun year, and my question is just how much does this help Aaron Glenn as it relates to just being able to scheme anything that he wants out of the secondary?
It helps him so much. He can play defense that he wants to play. He wants to play a lot of man-to-man, and he wants to have exotic blitzes all the time. And Eric Allen made a comment the other day, and he reminded me of about this defense is like a chameleon, or some of these players are like chameleons. They can just fit in whatever is needed. And I didn't even think about this, but Ed O'Neill put in the chat, you could move Branch to that third linebacker spot and still have Kirby, Branch, and Iffy on the field.
That's what I was talking about.
There are so many things. Yeah, even Jalen Reeves-Maben, who you might consider a third, fourth, maybe fifth linebacker on this squad. He has versatility on this defense. There are so many things they can do. I think that's why it's so fun. Someone in here, Chuck Brewer, said, AG now has a cupboard full of toys. Now he has the ability to cook. Spenmo Rax on Woodward Heavyweights and Big D Energy likes to say, AG was making a salad with spoiled vegetables or rotten vegetables. That's what he did. He made the most of it last year. Yeah. Again, I forgot who it was in the chat here, but to think that we go from, Derek Jacobs, Kendall Vildor, Will Harris as a second unit, even some starting time, to this DB room, absolutely wild.
Woo! Chef's kiss, right?
Wild.
Yes, sir. Let's go. I mean, you're talking about the positions he put them in terms of being opportunistic with the takeaways, the interceptions towards the end of that season. You have a much more skilled room this year. I can't, and the defensive line has improved. I can't wait till what'd you say, Cherion and Eekstraw, Rakestraw. They get that five.
Eekstraw.
I mean Rakestraw.
The Rake.
I can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait to see them, man. I can't wait. This is going to help them out tremendously.
Maybe definitely 5 picks loading combined for both.
Let's go.
We got some superstars across Detroit sports. We got some stud players, and I think before we go to our break, I think we want to. I want to revisit this tier list that they showed on Ermani and Edwards with Maz. I don't know, actually. Maybe we have to go to break. Do they have that graphic in the computer? I meant to ask you before the show.
I could look for it. Yeah.
Check for me. What they did, and the graphic as shown isn't each one of their answers on Ermani and Edwards with Maz. I don't know how they came up with this first group, but they ranked different Detroit athletes based on tiers, a superstar tier, an all-star tier. It went S, A, B, C, D. And he put 4 guys in each tier, and I want to go around the room and see what we think about the list as is and what changes we would make.
And we do have the graphics.
Perfect.
Okay,
Let's throw that up. Let's talk about it for a couple minutes before we go to break. We're not going to finish this conversation before break, but I think it's a good one to start with. And I know you may not be able to see their faces real clearly, but we got Penei Sewell in the S tier. We got Penei Sewell, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Dylan Larkin, and Tarek Skubal. And I'll say interpret this as you please, but we should probably have some guardrails around like what we're thinking about in terms of these tiers. The way I understood it, and correct me if I'm wrong, or if you have a better idea, let it fly. It's that like this superstar tier is not just what we feel about them here in Detroit. This is more on a national level in their sport, whether it's position, popularity, whatever the case may be. Is Penei Sewell, a young Detroit superstar in the NFL? Amon-Ra St. Brown. Is Tarek Skubal thought of that way in the NFL, in the MLB? Excuse me.
Yeah.
I think Dylan Larkin's the one that may have the most argument based like. We'll get there when we get there.
Like,
but you get what I'm saying?
I love this conversation.
Cool. Who wants to start? We got Penei Sewell, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Dylan Larkin, Skubal on the superstar tier. And just while you're thinking real quick, the next tier down, we got Aiden Hutchinson. That looks like Lucas Raymond, Cade Cunningham, and Jared Goff on your A tier. B, Riley Green, Frank Ragnow, Moritz Sider, and Sam Laporta. And then your C tier, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jalen Duren, Patty Kane, and who's that far right? That's got to be
that Montgomery?
David Montgomery. There's a number 5 there.
Yeah.
You guys agree with the superstar tier? Anyone to take off?
No. The superstar tier is perfect, I believe.
Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's perfect. If anything, the one outlier might be Larkin, but I still think you have to put him in here just because of the potential he could possibly have. So
you look at
that's kind of a back and forth with me, but I don't mind it.
You can also make an argument for Aiden in the S tier But like I said, I think he's great right now. He just hasn't hit elite yet. So,
are you comfortable with him in the A tier?
Absolutely. He can't be anything lower than A.
I can't remember if it was Braylon or Anson talking about him. Like, if there was a tier, that black line in between S and A, like that's where Aiden would be.
Yeah.
You know, if we could bend the rules a little bit. But I'm cool with Aiden in the A tier. The Larkin one is, I want to ask you guys, I guess I should, no offense, I want to ask the chat too.
Yeah.
The hockey knowers, the puck knowers, I should say. Is Dylan Larkin thought of as a superstar in the NHL? Like across NHL. I think he's invaluable to this team.
Yeah.
He's our captain. He's arguably the most important player on this team. But nationally, how about this? Is Lucas Raymond thought of more as a star, a superstar, than Dylan Larkin? Or let me know in the chat what you guys think. But
it was something though when Dylan Larkin went out and the Red Wings completely fell apart.
Well, right, he's important to the Red Wings, but is he important enough to the Wings that people realize nationally he's a superstar?
On a national scale, I would say that him and Lucas Raymond are both just stars. I don't think they're superstars among the national media, but Dylan Larkin clearly nationally is probably the most important player on the Red Wings, I would believe.
Yeah, like I don't know if I put him in that Austin Matthews category, in that,
Connor
that elite
Bedard,
category. Yeah, Connor Bedard, the super studs. I know on the show yesterday, not one of them, I think all of them moved Scooble down to the A category.
Really?
Yeah, that was my reaction too.
Really? Huh. I can understand why he wouldn't maybe nationally be viewed that yet, but what he's doing this season and what I feel like he'll end up at, he will belong in the S tier. That's just me though.
Yeah, see, I think he's in the S tier as is.
Yeah.
And maybe this is because baseball is a little more insulated. Like, it's not as, broadly followed, recognized. It's still, I mean, it's improving, but I think around baseball, he's thought of as one of the best pitchers in the entire league. Like, he's not a pitcher anybody wants to face.
Yeah.
So I think maybe in the baseball world, he's viewed as a superstar. That's why this is a great conversation.
Yeah.
Outside of the baseball world, maybe he is an A. People understand his name and that he's one of those dudes, or he's on the rise. Like, we got someone special in Detroit, but.
And also, you wouldn't put any other Tigers in that S tier.
Definitely
not. As of right now, you wouldn't.
I don't know if I would put any Tigers in the A tier either.
You can make an argument maybe for Green, but we have to see the health.
Right.
We have to see the health. But
I don't think he's there yet.
We know the ability is there, though.
Yeah, he could definitely be there. He could be a superstar one day.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be this year. I don't think what he's done already is enough.
Yeah.
What about Cade Cunningham? Do you think he should be a superstar? Do you think he's good at A? Or do you think he should move down?
He's good at A just based off the season that they had last year. But go ahead, Kool-Aid. I know you're more versed in Pistons.
No. I mean, we all watched the games, man.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I didn't watch all of them.
But yeah,
I
guess I'm the only one who watched all the games.
Suffered through the games is more
right. You ain't had no choice. It wasn't your fault.
But yeah, no, A is fine. It's perfect for Cade Cunningham, in my opinion. I know a lot of people, they want to look at team success. That's not the way that I look at it. You look at Isaiah Thomas when he was first drafted by the Detroit Pistons. Their team's success was in the trash for a few years with them on the squad. It's about what they do around him. When you look at what Cade Cunningham is doing, he's a top 5 player in this league as it relates to playmaking and scoring.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to Basketball Reference. Shout out to Basketball Reference who put this stuff out there as well. They go and they put out a lot of these different analytical stats to show the impact that the player is actually having on the game.
Yeah.
And it's proving that Cade Cunningham's team is having more of a negative effect than he's having a positive one just because of how badly managed and put together that roster is around him. But in terms of who Cade is, no, he's proven what he is. He's top 20, top 30 in scoring, top 10 in assists, top 5 as it relates to playmaking and shooting. Cade Cunningham deserves to be on that, at least the A list.
Yeah, and
not S yet, but A.
The one I'm maybe caught up on is the man throwing the Amon Ross St. Brown the ball, and that's Jared Goff. You think he maybe belongs in the S tier?
I don't think so.
Can we put him right in that middle, that middle section between A and B?
Yeah,
does that work?
Oh, in between A and B?
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. I think me / a lot of the Goff supporters here in Detroit understand his value to the team. He's not like he's a superstar.
But if you think nationally, who do you think national pundits think of first when they think Detroit Lions besides Dan Campbell?
Honestly, I think it's Penei Sewell and Aiden Hutchinson.
Really?
And
wow.
Really?
I put Amon-Ra St. Brown on the Sewell level, above Hutchinson. But I think nationally, I think St. Brown is still underlooked. I think he's still underappreciated. We know how good he is in Detroit, but I think on the outside, guys that don't watch him every single weekend think of him as an undersized slot receiver who just got paid too much money.
Yeah.
When we're all like, that is the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Right.
Like, he is so much more valuable. I think he's on his way to becoming a national superstar. I just don't think nationally he's recognized at that yet. People think of Hutch. Maybe it's the commercials. It's the just coming out of something about him that people like more.
Yeah.
I put Sewell up there because people who know football recognize he's one, if not the best offensive lineman in the league.
Yeah, true.
That Hutch Amon-Ra is an interesting conversation. And when we get back from break, on the Amon-Ra topic, I want to include Sam Laporta into this conversation real quick. Kane, who's on the C tier, John Fisher said Kane is absolutely a superstar. And then he goes, this is all opinion based and poorly done. Bye. Oh,
have fun.
Okay, John Fisher.
Kick rocks. Anyway,
isn't that our job? Are we supposed to give you our opinions?
You're right.
He was throwing throwing shade in the chat yesterday too. Later, dude.
Right. Thanks for the watching and the engagement. But
thank you, John Fisher.
Yeah, sorry to share our opinions.
Yeah. Hey, we get paid to do it. You want to do it better? Go get paid to do it. So.
Yeah, just
we should just all come in with the same script on Monday. Jay Fisher, write us all the same script. All 5 of us on the show. We'll just continue to say the same thing over and over and over again. How about
Perfect.
that?
But back to Patrick Kane. I do think, yes, Patrick Kane is technically a superstar, but he is a aging superstar. Now, what he did for the Red Wings is kind of like he got second life. You know, and he did do a lot of things that kind of look like the old Patrick Kane. And this is just me talking from a casual hockey perspective.
Your opinion.
I don't think he's A tier or S tier. You said silly, but yeah, I don't think he's A or S tier. I would put him maybe B tier because of what he did for the Red Wings this year. But I can't see him no higher than that. And especially he's only here on a 1-year deal.
Right.
He's not even truly a Detroit sports guy, really. You know, so that's just my opinion.
Right. All right. Let's continue this conversation plus chin music when we get back, because I think there might be some guys that need to be, shaved off the list or trimmed.
I see one on C that probably needs to be taken off.
Yes.
We shall talk about it. We shall talk about it. But you know what, man? I gotta tell you guys about something awesome. Something, just as awesome as our chat family. Awesome is when a guy can be a guy and get an amazing haircut. That is Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, Mr. Matt Broder. Stop in, sit back, and relax, and let one of Lady Jane's talented hairstylists make you look and feel great. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week. That is Lady Jane's. It's wicked awesome.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
A network for the city, by the city. Woodward Sports is Detroit sports.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Let Guardian Alarm offer you customized solutions from real experts. Our professional technicians, they take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. That is 24/7 professional monitoring. Call us anytime, day or night, and know that a Guardian team member will stay on the phone with you as long as needed. It is technology backed by people, and your safety and security, it deserves technology that's been proven to work and people have been proven to care. Just call 1-800-STAY-OUT. Once again, that number is 1-800-STAY-OUT. What up, though, people? Welcome back to Wake Up Woodward. We appreciate you guys kicking off the morning with the Woo crew. I know we just saw Flannel Sam walk in as well. He's going to be on Big D Energy today. And shout out to the 4 that we got here as well. In the sound booth, Detroit's #1 draft pick, Mr. KG.
You know it.
In the TD booth. Nah, it's Friday, man. The City booth. It's JBSMOOOOOV, Woodward Sports' MVP.
Yo, what up, fellas?
What up, though? What up, though? And you guys already know the man, the myth, not the myth, the man and the legend. We'll just do that. Mr. Matthew Broder, Lions and Tigers credential beat writer and reporter. It's your boy Brandon Ditt, a.k.a. Detroit Kool-Aid. I watch Pistons for a living.
Enough said.
Oh, man.
You're doing the Lord's work for us.
I'm trying to tell you.
For all due respect to religion, I'm not taking a shot at religion. You're doing.
No, you're good. You're good, bro. I love hoops. I love the Pistons.
Yeah.
So at least I have that passion there. I want to see them get back to the mountaintop. And we actually got a couple players on this tiers list. One of them, I think I have an opinion on that. We'll probably fix out some of these lists, some of these tiers.
Yeah. So before we get into chin music real quick, I want to ask you where Sam Laporta should be on this list. Right now, he's in the Superstar A, B tier. I think you might be putting it up real quick. He's in the B tier. Should he be higher? Should be lower?
Look, if you're going to put him in the B tier, it at least needs to have an arrow trending up. I get it. People probably want to see him do this again. But in my opinion, if Sam Laporta goes out there and does what he did last year with some improvements on there, I feel like this is a guy that is trending towards S. And when you look at the fact that right now, the Detroit Lions, they haven't gone out there and gotten that big wide receiver that we've been, a lot of people have been clamoring for. We're still sitting here wondering if they're going to go out there and get another wide receiver. But if they go into the season as is, I believe that Sam Laporta is going to absolutely eat. He's going to lunch even more than last year. I think that gives him a good opportunity to push into that A and potentially have a claim or a stake to be an S.
Absolutely.
I really do.
KG?
Everything Kool-Aid said. Just copy and paste what Kool-Aid said. That's my response.
It's like the conversation, and I'm going to ask you next, JB. It's an interesting one because I think nationally, maybe even more than Amon-Ra St. Brown, like because he broke these records as a rookie, he's thought of nationally as one of the best tight ends in the league.
That's true.
Where we know Amon-Ra St. Brown is one of the best wide receivers in the league, but for whatever reason, it hasn't clicked nationally. And some people in the chat, Kalamazoo, I believe, said people are starting to realize him, but like nationally, he's not in a lot of top 10 wide receiver rankings. I think people put Laporta in that top 3 tight end conversation when doing, power rankings this offseason. So for the sake of this conversation, I definitely think, maybe not definitely, I believe he's in the A tier. Not necessarily because he already because of how he's viewed around the league, around the country.
True. You could sub out Lucas Raymond and easily put Laporta there.
See, I would sub out, and I love Goff, but I would sub out Cade or Goff. I think Cade, and
you gonna put Goff at a B tier
in terms of being a superstar in the NFL or being, in the all-star tier. I think so.
Yeah.
But I think he's an all-star. I don't think he's a superstar.
Yeah, he's not a top 5 quarterback, but he's definitely top 10.
Hey, you get the eye or a stick right now, man.
What? No.
Stick is not, he's not happy.
Oh, God.
So around the league, we're telling me, believe me, I was on the golf side. I'm still.
Look at his face, the disappointment.
In the golf side in terms of defending everything and how important he is to the Lions. I'm on that side because nationally, and the majority of people think golf sucks and it's such garbage.
Stick is taking his seat. He took his seat.
I don't know why you guys are building this up because Stick and I are on the same side. I'm saying nationally, he's not viewed as a superstar. I don't know if nationally he's viewed as an all-star. I think by people who know the quarterback position, they would put him in the A tier because they know he's that talented, but he's not Patrick Mahomes. He's not Josh Allen. He's not Justin Herbert or Joe Burrow.
Those are S-tier players.
He just beats those guys, though.
I don't think he's thought of in that category.
He's not, but he's just outside of that. Just outside of that.
Right.
So I think he stays in the A tier.
What up, though, Stick?
What up, Stick?
At first, I got really pissed.
That's right. It's opinion-based, John Fisher.
No, listen, but I'm thinking about it more often because I'm like, how do you put Cade with a winner like Goff? Goff wins. All Goff does is win. But
there you go.
everybody up on this board ain't one unless they're wearing a Lions uniform. So I guess it does kind of make sense. That's why at first I'm like, no, Cade and Goff not on the same level. But then I'm like, well, okay, we're just going superstar. I mean, can the Pistons have any superstars when you're setting franchise records for losses?
No.
So yeah, I retract my early anger. But at the same time, seeing those two next to each other on the same tier, how the hell is Goff not over any Red Wing, not over any Tiger? I mean, the only people in superstar status right now should be Lions.
Yeah. What about Scooble, though? Because I think Scooble is.
What does he want?
Nothing.
Not a damn thing.
But I think he's viewed as a superstar. And maybe you're convincing
Riley
me that
Green's viewed as a superstar.
No, I don't think he is. I think
Len Henning told me he was the next Al-K line.
And maybe he is. And I think in Detroit, people think he has superstar potential.
No, I like School. I'm not knocking School. I'm just saying it's tough to do this because 3 out of the 4 teams suck balls.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. My reason for
so
being
that's why I'm not as mad now. Like I get it. You're cooking with the ingredients you got.
Thank you.
Not the ingredients you want.
Yeah, it's chopped. You give me some ingredients and we're putting them together.
We got to stop this K slander stick. You got.
It's not slander. Saying he's not on the same level as Goff is not slander. Listen, Cade's a #1 overall pick. That's probably the only thing he has in common with Jared Goff in this city.
You would prefer Jaden Ivey as your franchise instead of
Jaden Ivey. Did they set a franchise record for losses last year when Cade was out?
No.
God, man.
Just answer the question. Just answer the question.
Cade is a better overall player than Jaden Ivey.
The answer is no, they didn't.
Okay, so if Cade was out all season and they won more games with Jaden Ivey, Cade comes back, they set a franchise record for losses, Ivey regresses, you're telling me that was good?
There's a new coach. That's Monty's fault.
Yeah.
When is it ever going to be Cade's fault?
When they put a team around him and he fails.
Oh, the Stafford treatment. Gotcha. The Stafford treatment.
Oh, Stafford had Hall of Fame teammates. Cade has had what? His best players have been Jeremy Grant.
Yeah, who has Jaden Ivey had? Who has Jaden Ivey had?
Less than him.
Exactly, but y'all want to anoint this man.
No.
I have nothing against Cade. I want Cade to be great.
Actually, Ivy had the level of Bojan that people believed was going to be a vet that was going to help push this team forward. The vets during Ivy's year actually played better during Ivy's rookie year than any of them played in that second year, and that matters a ton. Ivy was able to actually go out there and play in the pick and roll. He had players that understood that. This season, they got rid of all their vets. Their big men just kind of turned into mush. You had a whole bunch of injuries. There was so much more. And then you got a new coach. You got them saying, you know what? We hear what you're doing, Weaver, but we're going to go in this direction. I think it just took everything apart.
All those
for this
things
squad.
being said, listen, I root for Cade. I want Cade to be great. We were at the draft party when they got him. Kool-Aid, was I Team Cade?
You were.
I'm Team Cade. But over the course of 3 years, my eyes tell me what my heart wants and what is actually there aren't the same thing. And that's where I'm at with Cade. Until he shows me. Now he's to the point where it's got to be an earn it for him now. It used to be a given. You're Cade. You're going to take us there. Now it's like, now you got to show me, man, because we're 3 years in.
If
we ain't seen anything.
James and some of our superstars of the league have to team up with other superstars to win, the one thing I'm not going to do is demote Cade Cunningham because the Pistons have refused to do what winning players, the best players in the world, have had to do to go to win. I'm not putting that on him. He is talented.
So let's use LeBron. You want to use LeBron?
I can tell you what LeBron Cade, though.
Let's use
what LeBron has actually said about Cade, and that's this brother.
I don't give a damn what the hell LeBron has to say about anything.
Paul George.
We're talking national. Is he viewed as a superstar or an all-star level?
Did we know LeBron James was a superstar in his first 3 years in the league?
And
did we know it? Was it unequivocal evidence that LeBron James is a superstar?
They still sucked and gave him every excuse in the book.
Exactly. But was there unequivocal evidence that LeBron James was him?
Yeah.
Is there unequivocal evidence that Cade is?
I believe that Cade
and we got 3 years of sample size.
I believe that Cade is him, and I will stand on that.
And that's what I'm saying. Your heart.
No, bro, the numbers is there. The impact is there.
I just love Ivy and what he brings to the game, and I think he's a more fun player to watch.
Look, I can take you down a list of superstars in NBA who will tell you that Cade Cunningham is an all-star level player.
That's great. I don't care what they tell me. I don't care what anybody tells me about what they feel. I care about what I see.
Against. They're telling you about what they literally are on the court playing against.
Good.
They would love to play with Cade Cunningham. I don't think it was like, you know what? Let's just try and drum up this love for Cade Cunningham at the select team against the USA team.
Then why doesn't it translate to the court, Kool-Aid? Why doesn't it translate?
Put nothing around them. We've seen USA basketball take poorly put together and poorly coached teams into international play and absolutely get their butts handed to them, bro. That's what's going on with Cade Cunningham right now. Put a better team out there around him. Get him the type of coaching that he needs. You're going to see the actual effect of Cade. Because if he leaves here, the one thing that I know everybody in Detroit believes.
Yeah. But can I make that argument for any player?
You know what? No, I want you guys to continue this after the break. Let's take a word from our sponsors. I need this. I need this energy coming back. Quick break, Kool-Aid. Tell us about Swiss Insurance while you guys poke holes in each other's arguments. Let it fly. We're going to get right back to it. Right back to it.
All right. Now, more than ever, it is critical for you to understand that Cade Cunningham is an all-star level player.
We're not giving him a chance to rebuttal during an ad read.
You gotta get some insurance on that because you're gonna need a payoff.
Give our sponsor the time. Give our sponsor the time. They pay our bills. I'm trying to get a raise. They're trying to pay some bills.
Talk to him, brother.
I will. So good news
and
bad
news.
News.
Let's pay some bills. Now more than ever, it is critical for you to have your insurance reviewed. Swiss Insurance to make sure your carrier is not slipping in any extra fees. Call Mark at Swiss Insurance today, 313-530-1698, or visit them online at swissins.com. I'm sure Mark believes that Cade is an all-star level player.
Damn right.
Oh my God.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard.
Corner, jumper,
Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets?
Nobody!
Hey, you guys, are you tired of wearing that same old Detroit sports merch?
Tell me about it.
Well, let me tell you right now, it is a new era. It's a new era in sports wearables with new designs, amazing apparel, and the ultimate swag. Look, do yourself a favor. Go to woodwardsports.com. Click on that shop tab. We are dropping new designs every single week. But I know I got to tell you about the Dan Campbell's and Brad Holmes election t-shirts, hoodies, hats. We also got that Welcome to Detroit sign t-shirt. No, I'm not a fan of it, but you might be. You know, that's just my opinion. But I also got to show you this new design that just dropped as well, too, for you. I can find it. Here we go. We set a world record for the NFL draft this past weekend. So you know you got to go out there and support that one as well. But go to woodwardsports.com. Get swagged out. I'm telling you right now, training camp is coming soon.
Hey, man. What up, y'all people, man? Hey, round 2. Begin. What is it? Fight. Yeah, let's go. Hey, and you got on the Street Fighter shirt today?
Yes, sir. Street Fighter 2, best one ever.
You know what? Something told me to wear my polo today. It's like, it's business. Yeah. It's business as usual. I got the lion chain energy on. We got Stick in here. He's just throwing flames. This is going to be our flamethrower segment of the week. What up, though, people? Welcome back to Wake Up Woodward. We appreciate you guys for choosing to kick off your morning with the Woo crew and to end your week We hope that you guys continue to stay tapped in with Woodward Sports all day long, as well as get caught up on some of the clips you might have missed over the weekend, and we will be back on Monday. Smash that like button, people.
The tension right here in between you two.
So, Flannel Kool-Aid, where are we going with Cade?
Oh! Out the gate with it.
Wow. You know what?
He out the gate with it.
I am right! You are wrong! No.
I win, you lose.
No.
Let's go.
But back at it, I mean, honestly, what has Cade done to show me he's a superstar? Besides what you believe, besides what people say
What is Jaden
on the court, led him to more wins.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! Why do we play the game?
7 more freaking wins! Like, come on, man! You killing
Do
me.
we? Do you want to talk percentages on that 7 wins?
God.
That's like 150% more
Compare
wins.
The numbers. Who is the better player? Who do you want running
Hey,
your
listen, the
offense?
best stretch of basketball during the Detroit Pistons restore era came with Cade Cunningham playing point guard in his rookie season.
Thank you.
If you want to talk about the 7 wins being like 100-point spread difference, the best stretch still is the 420 or 30, but it was about 42% winning percentage with Jeremy Grant, Cade Cunningham, Sadiq Bey. They went 10 and 14, and it sucks because this is the best that we get to talk about, but that was the best. And Cade Cunningham had everybody in the league saying, you know what? That guy is him.
So you're telling me Cade Cunningham can only be a superstar in this league if he's surrounded by enough talent to make him one?
No. He can
overcome.
He can have
because that was your
success.
LeBron argument. Like, oh, LeBron, yeah, when he was playing with Boobie Gibson, that was not a good team. But you know what was very clear to everybody who had eyes? LeBron's going to be damn good somewhere someday.
Teams, I get a lot of people
superstar at that point.
At that point,
like even
without the W's.
Yeah, like I think Cade Cunningham has superstar potential. I don't think he's a superstar yet. And I know he has respect from Kevin Durant, respect from LeBron.
Yeah, not a superstar yet. I agree with that.
And Scooble does too, but it's hard to make that case for Cade in that tier yet, whether we think he can be there or not, because we haven't seen it yet. And he hasn't been healthy.
I have been sitting idle since draft night on Cade Cunningham, and I think that's what's the most frustrating is because I do believe he has a ceiling, but he hasn't even started that journey to get there. There hasn't been that leap of improvement year to year. I mean, I know
with Cade?
Yeah, with Cade. I know injuries. I know injuries came in.
22 points.
His stats have continued to go up. He is top 30 in scoring, top 10 in assists, top 5.
Somebody's got to score on a shitty team, right?
But how is this man? Oh, also, let's talk about the potential assists as well. How is he top 10 in the NBA as well as top 10 in potential assists?
Can we talk about his turnovers too? Where is he at in turnovers?
Hey, those turnovers continue to come down from the start of the year.
From what though? He's leading the league at some point, wasn't he?
At some point, and then he went.
That's not a good thing for a point guard unless you're running D'Antoni's offense where it's 7 seconds.
That's going to happen with a lot though. It happened to Chauncey Billups too.
If every point guard is doing it and he's leading it, that means he does it at a higher level. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, then that's not the modern day NBA. That's Cade Cunningham.
Who are your top turnovers?
One at a time, fellas.
And would you say Russell Westbrook never fulfilled his potential?
All right.
I wouldn't say that. He was MVP.
Your top players in the league for turnovers are going to be guys like Paul George, Trae Young, Steph Curry. These are going to be your top guys in the league for turnovers. Why? Because their usage rate.
Yes.
Cade doesn't need to have a usage rate of 32%.
What?
Cade needs to have a usage rate more
What's
of 22%.
What's the difference, though, between those records and what we just witnessed this year?
That a lot of those other guys who are
I'm going to allow Steph Curry to play aggressive
them.
basketball. You know why? Because Steph Curry's a proven 4-time champion. He's going to do what he needs to do.
With a great team around him.
Exactly. But he can. That's why I'll give him. That's why I'll give him that allotment.
Booker before the great team. There were a lot of people who had questions
Devin
about
Booker
Devin
was
Booker.
putting up 50s and
Devin
70
went
spots.
6 straight. And Cade's doing that type of stuff too.
Cade's never gone on that type of scoring streak. You
not
know
on that type of scoring streak. He has not.
There's nothing you can point to be like he's elite.
Devin Booker went 6 straight years, bro, without making the playoffs, with his team looking trash.
Yes.
And they went in one season, though.
But
when they went
still
and got the
knew
right
he
coach
was a superstar
and the right players.
Because he had superstar moments. Cade has not had one superstar moment.
Cade has had moments, man, especially on some of these opening nights.
I
Cade has had
Booker
some
wasn't
big
a superstar
moments.
at that point, by the way.
I didn't believe he was a superstar at that point. I liked him
That's
a
where
lot.
you see the potential, though. This is what I'm getting at. Cade has offered us a lot of mayonnaise, zero spice.
You crazy.
Nah, bro.
But that's what y'all like in your basketball players.
Nah, bro. Nah. Look, when you can score the way he has, and it's not just somebody has to score, because then somebody last year when Cade was out would have scored at the same clip, but Mr. Ivy didn't do that. And I like Jaden Ivey.
Get out of here.
Cade Cunningham is an elite scorer in this league. He is an elite playmaker in this league, and people have been saying this about Cade Cunningham since he was in high school, and it's continued to follow him through college. You get that boy a team, he's going to solidify that he actually belongs in that A tier. I believe that you give him a good team, he's going to have himself definitely competing for that S tier. Cade Cunningham is just a baller, man. There's been no level of basketball where Cade hasn't been a baller, but this is the first level where he hasn't had anywhere near a comparable team.
90% of NBA players, they all dominated AAU. They all dominated high school. They all dominated college. That's why they're in the NBA. You can say that about any NBA player. Oh, they won at every level. Yeah, because now they're in the NBA, and it's not the same game.
He has dominated every level of ball he's been on. And you give him a team. That's what's so important about the takeaway from the US team versus the select team.
What did he dominate this year?
As an individual player.
Turnovers is the only thing he dominated.
Player.
Turnovers.
Top 30 in scoring. I know a lot of people who didn't believe that Cade would get there.
Top 30 isn't what you want out of a number one overall pick.
If it's your point guard, you're cool with that.
Exactly.
If it's your point guard, I'm cool with that. You're telling me you're going to get me as 20 is, mind you, is all time. The scoring right now is at an all-time high. This guy still found a way to be at 28, I believe, in the league.
But you're arguing against yourself.
10 in assists.
You just told me scoring's at an all-time high, yet I'm supposed to value scoring?
You value it overall with the grand overview of where Cade's at. If it's top 30, it's top 30. You're telling me you're giving me a top 30 score and top 10 in assists from my point guard, and he's going to do it efficiently, and he's going to be one of the best playmakers
leading
in the entire
league
NBA.
in turnovers is not doing it efficiently.
What is Ivy topping?
He didn't lead the league in turnovers, though.
What is Ivy topping anything, Stick?
This isn't an Ivy versus Cade conversation. This is what I don't think you guys understand. I've just seen more flashes out of Ivy than I have out of Cade in Cade's 3 years. I just keep
flashes of what though?
Yeah,
flashes of brilliance.
He's athletic.
Brilliance. I've seen him cut through 5 men and lay it up at the basket. I've seen him lead a team to 7 more victories than Cade Cunningham with less opportunity and less players surrounding him as a rookie.
No. The Pistons' best season underneath the Restore came within Cade Cunningham's rookie season.
Yes.
That's been their best season.
But when Cade wasn't there last year, they were better than they were this year.
Because the veterans on the team were better than they were this year.
And there you go. It's everybody else but Cade. This is that Stafford treatment I'm talking about. Yeah. And that's all Stafford needed was a new D coordinator, a new offensive coach, a new GM, a new offensive coordinator, a new line, a new defense, a new linebacker, a new running back, a couple more wide receivers. Then Stafford would have been good.
You exaggerating the Stafford point, but
No, believe me. I was fighting that Stafford fight the whole time he was here, trying to tell everybody he wasn't the guy to get Detroit over the top. Nobody wanted to listen, and what happened?
I get you, and you was right at the end of the day, but he did.
And I'm going to be right about this.
He did need certain things. He hadn't had a run game. Reggie Bush was his own.
Everybody needs certain things, but that's what I'm saying. So if that's your point, that this is why this guy's not successful, is because he's not surrounded by everything that could make him successful, you could say that about every single player in the NBA.
No, as an individual player, he is definitely successful. There are people who score and grab rebounds, and we say, you know what, that's not necessarily the type of individual success we're looking for. That's what people did with Andre Drummond, who was going out there and was a walk in 2020. If you're sitting here telling me that you see Cade Cunningham on that type of level, he's just putting up empty stats and he's not necessarily worthy. No, bro, it's like Chauncey Billups' first 6 years in the league did what?
You can't compare the two. Chauncey Billups was a number 3 overall pick. He was kicked out of Boston by Rick Pitino way too early, not even given a chance. This guy, they gave the franchise to. They've given him 3 years.
They haven't given him the franchise. They've given him dog food and said, lap this up. And they didn't even get it from Premier Pat.
They have given him everything as a number 1 pick for 3 years.
No, they haven't.
They gave him Jalen Duren. They gave
Bogdanovich. Like, what did they give?
So you think
that's a perfect fit with Cade?
You think
and what happened?
You think that setting a franchise record in losses is an indictment on everybody else but Cade?
I think it's an indictment on everybody, but when you want to weight that, I believe it's more on the ownership, a lot more on the front office, and even a whole lot more on the overstepping by bringing in Monty Williams and then allowing him to mess with the chemistry, what little there was, but the chemistry this team was starting to build with their young players. They were ready, man. They were ready to take the next step. Monty Williams came in here and absolutely dismantled things. We don't even know what Cade and Ivy could have been if this team was able to start with them from the beginning. We have no idea. No idea. Blaming Cade for the tomfoolery of the owner. Blaming Cade for what the front office is doing in terms of mismanaging the young core they do have and not surrounding them with anything valuable. Nothing. Like all the vets are in wheelchairs.
I know I'm never going to be able to convince you off this that Cade's not the next Messiah. I understand that. But the eyeball test eventually has to sink into you that
the eyeball test showed me
as a hooper, the eyeball test says that boy is a hooper. He's hooping, bro.
He is an average hooper. Above average hooper. Above average hooper.
If he
is not a superstar. He is not.
I got to keep going back to Jay Ivey
because that's the comparison right now. And don't you see that the fact that we can make that comparison even shows you how much lower on your tier Cade should be?
You're trying to make that comparison. You can't make the comparison.
I can, because when one was the team leader as a rookie, they won more games than when the third-year vet came back.
I bet you the team rallies more around Cade than Jaden Ivey in crunch time.
And what did that get him, KG?
Exactly, but that's
what did it get him?
Not his fault. You got to talk to your boy Tom. That's not his fault.
Yeah. Nothing.
You got a #1 pick here. You're not doing anything to facilitate him.
Once again, show me moments of brilliance where this guy has taken over, where this guy has shut out the lights.
Some fourth quarters, I know that.
Okay.
He's had some clutch games. I know that.
Yeah, in his rookie season, he was top 5 in the NBA.
You keep going back to 3 years ago. What has he been since the injury?
He's only played
since
2
the
years.
injury. He increased all of his stats to above what
you
anybody
keep going back to
thought he
rookie
could do.
season, though. I just want to know.
I can go back to last year.
What defining moment has Cade Cunningham had in a Pistons uniform?
There's not going to be a lot of defining moments when your team
Then he's not a superstar.
Though. That's not on him. It's team.
If LeBron can do it while nobody's on his team, if Booker can do it while nobody's on his team, you brought LeBron up. I did not.
No. LeBron's first few years, he had nobody in the team suck. When they gave him actual all-stars,
but he was still putting up numbers, bro.
And Cade is putting up numbers.
And remember, LeBron was 18 years old. Cade had been through college.
Cade is putting up numbers. Okay. He's still putting up
numbers. I know
numbers.
I'm not going to be able to convince you. But
when LeBron
I need to see it
won,
first.
Let me ask you this.
Just prove it.
One
thing.
Show me. When LeBron finally
me.
won, when he started to win, when the Cleveland Cavaliers started to pull themselves out of the gutter, right? Did LeBron James have all-star teammates? Not caliber, actual all-star teammates on his team.
When LeBron started to
when Cleveland started to actually be something. Did he have all-star teammates on the squad?
But did LeBron have holy shit?
That's it. That's the difference.
No.
It is.
Did LeBron have amazing moments to where you're like, that guy's a superstar?
His first season, everybody
outside of
gave it to
Detroit,
him,
nobody cares about Cade Cunningham.
I don't care what people think outside of Detroit. They don't care about Detroit.
Outside of Cleveland, everybody knew about LeBron.
Yes, he was a phenom. He was a phenom. Nobody's taking that away from LeBron James.
You are.
But
you're saying he's Cade Cunningham.
LeBron James the Great did not win until when? Oh, until he had all-star players on his squad. Cade Cunningham has not been close to that. Mo Williams was an all-star.
Mo Williams.
He was an all-star. Was he an all-star? Was he an all-star?
Mo Williams.
Was he an all-star?
Okay.
Was he an all-star?
I see where you're going.
I'll take half an all-star season out of Bojan Bogdanovic.
Please,
like in any of these guys, Chamizi Metu. We didn't even,
once again, you're talking about everybody but fucking Cade Cunningham.
Talking about Cade Cunningham right now. You send Cade Cunningham to
everybody else.
Send Cade Cunningham to an above-average franchise, and you will see that Cade Cunningham definitely is.
You send 90% of players to an above-average franchise with the right pieces, they'll improve too. That's not an argument.
We are not talking about
35 seconds to finish this argument.
We are not talking about improving. We're talking about the type of
player
will tell. That he
Time will
is.
tell. And when we come back in 4 years, and I get to be like, "See, Cade never did shit in Detroit," you're gonna feel bad.
I'm not going to feel bad about it because Cade is exactly who he is, bro. Cade Cunningham is a baller. He's a hooper. And you got people with all
He's a 13-win hooper. A 13-win hooper.
Hey, you know what?
He's got 13 more wins in a Pistons uniform this year than I do.
Isaiah Thomas has won low wins. Has had some low win totals.
Jesus, now you're going Isaiah.
Did he not? The bad boys. How long did they go before they got things figured out?
All right.
Was it not 3.5, 4 years?
All right. This is why I called you Flannel Kool-Aid to start it off.
What team set the previous record for lows and wins? It was the bad boy Pistons.
Isaiah Thomas.
After Trader Jack took over.
Isaiah Thomas was such a different animal and leader than Cade Cunningham could ever even dream of being.
Isaiah is not winning anything with this current team. at all.
Facts.
You guys don't know ball.
Isaiah
would will the team to wins. Isaiah would will the team.
Can I throw something out there into the ether?
Yeah, brother, what you got, man?
What would you say if I compared Cade Cunningham and Trevor Lawrence? As someone viewed as number one pick, viewed as a future
I go Zach
superstar.
Wilson.
No,
Did you say Zach Wilson?
Trevor Lawrence got a playoff victory, doesn't he?
He does. But
a playoff win.
It's not a perfect.
Give me a playoff win out of Cade. I'll let you have that.
Zach Wilson.
It's not a perfect comparison. There's something left on the table with Trevor Lawrence still. He still has that supersper potential, but
and he was given a shitty situation with the Urban Meyer thing.
Yeah,
he
and
started off bold.
Those are. To be on stick side, those are excuses made for the quarterback. Everything that people say, Jared Goff, he's only good because he has those things now. Not giving him credit, but Trevor Lawrence, that one playoff victory was against the Chargers, the Chokers, back in the day.
Yep.
So I don't know. It's more of just hey, I see superstar potential in Trevor Lawrence. I haven't seen superstar yet,
and that's where I'm at. I'm still at the same spot I am draft night 3 years later. Man, this kid could be good. But man, I don't know.
You acting like he's garbage, and he's not.
No, you're acting like he's great, and he's not.
He's the brightest spot on this team. You
can't
tell me otherwise.
On a 13-win team, what the fuck does that mean?
I'm just saying.
It's like saying Brandon Ainge because he was an all-star in 2003.
Bobby Higginson was an all-star when they had 119 losses. Juan Gonzalez.
But everybody gets an all-star's pick in baseball, though. And if the basketball world did the same, who would be there?
Cade Cunningham.
We all know that. It would be Cade.
KD, LeBron.
And you know what? And what would Cade do at that All-Star game amongst the best in the league? Because we've seen him now.
I don't know. Let's play make-believe land again.
We don't have to play make-believe
Let's make up what he would do.
Hey, KG, did the select team play the USA team?
They sure did.
Did Cade mop the actual US team?
Absolutely did.
Oh, was that
You know
registered
how we actually heard
NBA
about it?
game?
Hey, you know who talked about it?
Wait,
it's the best
Coach
of the best
Spo
talent,
actually talked about it. One of the best coaches in the NBA.
So now we're talking about pickup basketball where Cade Cunningham shines. Too bad when he's wearing a Piston uniform at LCA, he's not doing it.
Did you argue Trae Young did more with less a couple years ago when he went into Madison Square Garden?
Heck no.
He didn't have much around him.
Heck no. John Collins is better than every big man we got right now.
John Collins should not be better than Jalen Duren.
But he is right now because Jalen Duren is not playing a lick of defense. He doesn't have a discernible pet move that you can depend on. And outside of the pick and roll, I don't know what Jalen Duren is doing from an offensive standpoint. Some days, the 20 rebounds are there. Other days, 8 rebounds are there. That's just how it goes.
Some days, no assists. Some days, 10 turnovers. Sometimes.
Too much.
Sometimes.
We got to get to the next segment. Oh, boy. Man. Skinny Butcher just slicing and dicing.
Shout out.
We got to get to what's trending with JB Smooth. We're doing Chin Music Monday. Let's get to what's trending. Let's get to mailbag.
My chin music is thick.
Pardon?
I'll let you stick.
No, you're fine, man.
It's a good argument. As long as it's not personal, which it doesn't feel like it.
No,
it's a
not
good-ass
personal.
argument.
Listen, a lot of people have been wrong at this network and have
years.
apologized to me later on, and you'll just stand in line with the rest of them.
Oh, okay.
Stand in line with the rest of the golf haters. Stand in line with everybody who didn't want Halliburton.
Make one little Michael Penix pick. Now he's just walking around here big and stuff. It's crazy. Come on.
Replace that X with an S.
You know what's worth it to stand in line? If you go to Soroki's, you definitely want to stand in line.
You're like, let's stay on point.
They got amazing fried chicken. They do. Soroki's crispy chicken and pizza is taking over Michigan. Locations, they're popping up all over Metro Detroit, doubling the number of restaurants this year. They're hugging it out. This is what it's all about. Known for their quality, hand-battered, and a titty twister, and hand-breaded chicken tenders, sandwiches, and New York-style pizza. Holy crap, that looks good. Be sure to stop in and try it at a mega station near you, or go to www.sorokis.com.
Buying your first Feldman Chevrolet is much more than buying the car that will get you from point A to point B. It's a place for first memories, some big, some small. As she grows, you're not just buying her a Chevy, you're buying into a Feldman family. With more than 700,000 vehicles sold, from generation to generation, Feldman just keeps rolling.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week, walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, and first-class car buying experience. It's called the Feldman Advantage. You can go check them out at any one of their 18 locations. There's got to be a dealership in your backyard. Go to feldmanauto.com to find that location nearest you. Also, catch us there, Wake Up Woodward, and Big D Energy once a month, every Tuesday. Not every Tuesday, once a month on Tuesday. Also, Feldman Chevrolet. They are Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
Let's go, people. What up, though? Welcome back to Wake Up Woodward. Spicy show. Woo! I like it, man. I got the hat back on forward for this one, though. Shout out to Todd. He said, I love the back and forth. Hey, you know what? We're going to have stick on even more, man. These flamethrower segments. I think that'll be pretty dope.
Yeah. Stephen A., get ready. You get all weekend to wait for your heat.
Yeah. You got spared today.
Clown. But we got some trending stuff.
Definitely.
To get to.
And you know what, chat family? As always, you guys are a big part, the most important part of the Wake Up Woodward family. We appreciate you guys for supporting us. Go ahead and smash that like button. We are so close to the goal right now. Once you've done so, encourage somebody else to do the same. Because you guys already know, it's time for the most electrifying segment in sports entertainment. If you smell what JBSMOOOOOV is cooking with what's trending.
Jay Bizzle.
Let's rock.
Huh? How the hell am I supposed to follow that? How?
Just you, me, JB.
There's no way in hell I can follow that up. That whole electrifying segment that you guys just put together about Cade's superstar tier, like, I don't even know how I'm supposed to follow that.
You know how you can follow JB?
How's that?
Because you're in the superstar tier.
Oh,
so you're up there. You get to make the final judgments.
Oh, yeah.
But I know you got some awesome stuff to show.
I appreciate that. I do have some awesome things to show you. Shout out, I forgot who said, Dante151. Yes, some things happened, so I had to go full NBA on this what's trending right here. Let's see where we'll start with. The in-game that happened between Pat Bev and a fan.
Yeah.
Pat Bev
is there supposed to be no sound, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Pat Bev threw the ball back at the Pacers fan. Like,
why is the fan throwing the ball at him?
I think he was just trying to play catch. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah,
Like,
Pat
what
Beverly
just happened.
stood up and like signaled for the ball. Like, pass it to me.
Like, here, it'll play again. He's got his hand up right
and
now.
He puts his hands up.
And whap!
Why the fuck? Why you do that?
Wait.
He just throws it back
Bev
at
did
him.
call for it.
I'm mad old boy, though, blocked it over to his girl, though.
Yeah.
Oh, did it hit the girl in the head?
No.
No, look at him. The girl with the ponytail.
It might have.
Wait, okay, look at the girl with the ponytail in front of the guy who throws it with the sleeveless.
If he did, that's a lawsuit.
Okay, watch the girl.
All
right, it kind of hits her in the face.
You know what? It did kind of graze the
He got her
head.
ponytail, I think.
He is getting sued, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, he's getting
a little
sued.
stick shift.
You know where else that ball grazed to?
Where?
The referee. Move out of the way.
Oh, no, you can
Right
see
in the
it.
dick.
Oh, Little
Right
Mock
in the
energy.
Right in the dick.
Run.
Bow, right in the kisser.
Run.
Did that touch Beverly?
Right in the dick.
Wait, so Patrick Beverly decided I'm not
touching that
You
one.
could have stopped that.
Look at the head. Nah, I ain't gonna do
I
that.
think it got
Actually,
him.
Patrick Beverly changed the trajectory.
I think it got him.
Yeah,
It
because
was like-
his pinky touched
Wow.
it. He was trying to let it go out of bounds, but yeah, his pinky grazed
He throwing
it.
balls at everybody.
Throwing balls at everyone. And
Why
you know
is the
what?
ref coming in arms open like that, though? He
Yeah,
had it coming, like,
I am here.
Well, you know, we tried to
I can
ask-
take it.
that is not a proper referee
Bad
stance,
decision.
I can tell you that.
Well, you know what? We tried to ask Pat Beverly about the whole situation, but I don't think he's gonna answer your questions.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Before I finish. You subscribe to my pod? Do I subscribe to you? I do not.
So you can't interview me then. No
Okay,
disrespect.
Well, Jamal is here.
You subscribe? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Again, there were a couple times within a bucket or two. In previous games, y'all have been able to kind of get over that hump, or maybe. Was it anything they did in particular, or was it just one of those where the bucket didn't go down, there wasn't the stop, they made one? What kind of prevented that you all from being able to get over, kind of like you have in the past?
You'll move that mic, please, or just get out the circle, please, for me, please, ma'am. If you're not subscribed to my pod, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, so if you're not subscribed to his pod, please get out of the circle.
Subscribe to my pod?
Bruh.
Have you not seen that or heard that?
I haven't seen this. This is my first
You
time.
can't interview me then.
What do you think?
No disrespect.
That's wild to me.
You subscribe? Okay, cool.
How about the Milwaukee Bucks falling apart like this?
Again, there were a couple.
This is
times
crazy.
Within a bucket or two. In previous games, y'all have been able to
let's react to this.
So I gotta ask you guys: are you a fan of this Pat Bev situation that's going on right now? Like 3 incidents in one game. Like, come on.
Pat Bev is entertaining. I give him that.
Oh yeah, he's definitely
entertaining,
entertaining,
but definitely not what our squad needs. I know there's some fans out there that wouldn't mind seeing Patrick Beverly on this squad. I don't endorse that type of stuff.
I mean, he one of them players that you do want him on your team because you hate playing against him. He's that much of a pest. But I mean, if he doing that to fans, I don't get what the ball throw was about, especially if he asked for it. But yeah, you can't be doing that to the fans.
Yeah,
man. Like,
I don't know the context of all that. I'm not a fan of how he handled that. The reporter with this podcast, or whatever.
Yeah.
I happen to have grown to like Pat Bev a lot more since his podcast. Just getting to see him as a person, and there's some things I like and I don't like about him, but I have started to like him a lot more, and just his honesty. I don't like that though. Like it looked like he was pissed. Like
he was.
That's just apparently that reporter, by the way, she works for the ESPN. I think she's been in the NBA media circle for a long time and is well respected. So I think he was picking on her, and I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that either. But Pat Bev wasn't the only one acting a little odd yesterday, so I just gotta ask, Kawhi, you good, bro? As we zoom in on Kawhi Leonard here.
That's Kawhi?
Yeah.
Oh, Kawhi sitting.
He is locked in and does not care at all.
He don't care about nothing.
He is so upset right now to see.
That's what he would look like at like a stand-up comedy show.
Yeah.
Like whatever's the most entertaining thing in the world right in front of him, that's Kawhi Leonard.
Then he'd walk out and be like, man, that show was great.
But they did lose, right? They didn't get crushed this game, or did they? They're out of the playoffs?
Who, the Clippers?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
And by the way, Stephen A. Smith on
Philly's
Monday,
out the playoffs.
you might be hearing about Kawhi Leonard and load management.
Yeah.
It's load management.
If we're going to compare the toughness of baseball players.
Yeah, it's true.
You're going to be hearing about it, Stephen A. JB?
You're really upset about that. I know you are. Like, I feel like you really wanted to do.
I need like almost a full segment. I needed some time. It's not something I want to rush through. I want to make sure Stephen A. hears me clearly.
Oh, shit. Ooh. Hey, JB, he over here cutting a wrestling promo, man.
I know. He's cutting a wrestling promo. This is hard right now.
He even gave us a little fake smile at the end of that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you should call this show and call him a bona fide scrub and see where that gets you.
Ooh.
I will.
He can't play.
Right.
Bona fide scrub. I'm no disrespect.
No disrespect.
It's about
Keep it
basketball.
real.
But just keep it real.
LeBron James is my best friend.
All right. Well, we got to get to
LeBron James.
We got to get to this just because the chat asked for it. You guys on the desk, Kool-Aid, I know you asked for it as well too. Coaching culture, trying to find Broder a new girlfriend here. I just want you all to know how long this took for me to actually find photos of this woman.
Regular photos.
Regular photos.
Searching that name is
the
like
search
dangerous.
engine is dangerous when you try to search this name. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Y'all
but
fooling for this one.
Hold on, I'm waiting for Broder's face. I gotta see the reaction as soon as it pops up.
NSFW?
I mean, I tried to make it as safe for work as I could. As safe as I could. But woman is a little bit older.
She's a legend.
She's a legend in our culture, I would think.
That's a legend in the $24.99 world.
Yeah, that's
$24.99 world.
Films, man.
I present to you as her
Cherokee
real name, Joanna Kerr, but you pretty much all know her as Cherokee the Ass.
You damn right.
You want those Cherokee cheeks?
You said this is Juana Man?
No, her real name is Joanna Kerr. But
Not even
her stage name is Cherokee the Ass.
And what type of stage?
Home entertainment. How about that?
This is
Home
the hard part to
entertainment.
explain.
What are those pants on the right?
Those are pants.
Oh,
made
those
for
aren't
her.
zebra print?
No, those are not zebra print.
That
Those
ain't
are not.
zebra.
Like
Those are
on
not
a sunny
zebra
day,
print.
you got to close the blinds and open them.
Yeah. I open those.
You got
blinds.
the Ace Ventura Pet Detective pants on the right.
Yeah.
Yo, the chat is all over the place right now.
Can you go back to the other one real quick?
The
yeah,
other
I'm not looking at the computer, so if there's anything funny, let me fly. Because she's got the same stance almost in all 4 pics. Why is she not facing me front on?
Jason said would.
Because if I would have found a picture front on, then we probably would have get taken down by YouTube.
Just
okay,
saying, her
okay.
name is Cherokee the Ass. I mean, the ass is in her name, so.
Yeah, I'm not discriminating because we live in Detroit and Pontiac. Like, this is a very Native American supportive community here in Detroit. So Cherokee, I support her. Not my type.
I feel you.
Little too much for me.
AJM says she's a centaur.
She's a centaur?
Chat is so crazy.
She's a centaur? She's a center for the Indiana Fever.
X-Plexum said the mattress actress.
What?
The mattress actress.
The mattress. Oh,
she may not be your cup of tea, but let me tell you, her run though, she had a run.
Strong run.
Man,
that run
that
was
she
strong.
had was crazy, man. Only to be rivaled by Pinky, but that we don't need to get into that.
JB strong. It was like he said that again, JB.
Hey, that was a strong run. I'm not gonna lie.
Weezy say he's disappointed. Look. We gotta set it up.
Was
we were playing Peaks or Cheeks earlier in the week, and we were talking about flat cheeks, big cheeks. Man, now I feel like I gotta tell people what Peaks or Cheeks is. But somebody replied with Cherokee Cheeks, and we were like, you know what? We got to make sure we get Cherokee for culture.
And of course,
Friday.
Broder's like, what is that?
Mitten Nate, who's had some incredible horse names come up, says, "Shoot, there's your horse, KG."
Freddie felt. You see it? You
Wait,
see
what
it?
Freddie say?
Apparently she's in the BMM Hall of Fame circa 2000 to 2004.
Hey, I'm telling you.
That's like Napster. That's like LimeWire era. That's like waiting 3.5 hours to download
She
era.
was a premier player in her day, boy. That's all I'm gonna say.
LimeWire knew who
had to be
Cherokee
there.
was.
You had to be there.
You just had to be there. It was a time, man.
Shout out to Freddie. I ain't reading it, but the BMM Hall of Fame. You know what?
Oh, that's hilarious. Shout out Freddie, man.
There was a lot of
I'm dead
beef
off that.
handed out today.
I'm dead off that shit.
Oh, man.
Chad, you guys are the best. Thank
That's
you so
it for
much.
what's
for
trending,
being
you
here.
guys.
This whole week.
my goodness.
This whole week.
It's been
Monday.
epic.
Chin music.
It's been epic. Let's rock.
Oh man.
Oh,
Take us out, Kool-Aid.
What a day.
let me just breathe for a second, man. There was so much, bro. The energy was to trying to round up this show. It was dope, man. Shout out to Stick for stopping by as well. Shout out to you, chat family. We appreciate the support. You guys sticking around and choosing to kick off your morning and end your week with Wake Up Woodward. Mr. Flannel Sam, he's already in the building. We saw him walk in maybe about 20 minutes ago. He will be on Big D Energy today, so definitely tap in to support him. Neil Rule, shout out to Darren McCarty as well. But our elite, wonderful, stupendous, marvelous boo.
Gassing.
Over here in the sound booth, we got Detroit's #1 draft pick, Mr. KG. Shout out for Woodward You Rather today.
Hey, appreciate y'all, man. I was glad to be back. Missed y'all yesterday, but man, next week it's gonna be absolutely great. I think we get the schedule released next week.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
It was weird not having a mock reveal today. This is the first one. I know, Eddie, you've been asking for it.
Everybody said
don't
that they
know.
want a replacement for the Big Mom.
We gotta think of something
think of
along
something
that
else.
same rhyme scheme. We'll think of it.
Whip it
We'll
out
think of
and
something.
just put it away forever.
Can't. No.
Yeah.
No. We'll think of something.
Hey, Woodward Sports is MVP. It's a Friday, so you guys already know what we're doing. We letting it hang out a little bit. In the titty booth, it is JB
Long
Smooth.
titties.
4 O's, 1
Oh
B.
my god. Hey, Fridays seem to be epic. We just let it fly. So another great Friday, fellas.
I'm so mad. People are sending in names. Lana Rhodes.
All right. All right. I know we joke a lot
Jasmine
about
Cashmere.
Sally
Doing
Dogs.
those.
I know we're
Jasmine
children
Cashmere.
most of the time.
What are these names? I don't know. But
Yeah,
look,
you don't know these names.
Yeah.
We got Mr. Matthew Broder down here. Our Lions and Tigers credential beat writer and reporter for for the network. Thank you for all you do, brother.
Thank you for all you do, brother.
Thank you, man.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you.
Yo, you're very welcome.
Hey, it's your boy Brandon, aka Detroit Kool-Aid, your credential Detroit Pistons beat writer and reporter. Thank you guys, man. What an end to the week. This has been a Friday show for sure. Everybody got on some fire shirts today too. Gotta definitely make sure I shout that out again. But people, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Tap into Woodward Sports, the rest of it. Hey, it's been Wake Up Woodward.